everyone, this is Greyshot117. I'm currently casting Bulat versus Borobadger, or what I put into the Discord to request it, Borat versus Badger and Boro. So, you know, that I'm sure won't cause me to be killed by either of these two players once they figure that one out. But hey, let's cast in the meantime before they send their hit squads after me. Right now, we are on Famineville approach. We got Bulat as the austere. We got Borobadger as the Soviets going with guard mortar coordination. Excellent doctrine. Good heavier infantry with the upgraded T-34 to really make the austere's Panzer IV suffer. But anyway, in the meantime, if you want to support the league, of course, you can support the Master League on Patreon, or just watch content from all the different content creators like Helping Hans, AE, Tightrope, etc. From all, and again, because a lot of people put a lot of work into this, like Dutchman, Ovadi, of course, you got Stern Panther, and everyone else behind the scenes. So, do that. Make sure, of course, you stay on you know, you help out. And again, thank you, everyone, for your incredible support. Aphyria and everyone for joining in the chat, watching this live. Thank you for doing so. You rock. Anyway, MG currently trying to target those conscripts. We have double engineers and double conscripts versus what's about to be two grenadiers versus an MG and pioneer. MG out of position thanks to the conscripts in heavy cover, forcing them back. Grenadiers are trying to reposition themselves to figure out where to go. Okay. Pioneers in some good cover. You still have the conscripts who you have to watch out for. Again, some good grabbing of territory by the Soviet. Spraying out his weaker infantry while the main conscripts are, I believe, are currently duking it out in mid against the pioneers. Engineers being like, hey, we're done. Let's join this curb stomping. Because, oh my god, yeah, they're being wrecked. And no bunkers and no major heals, so they're going to be ineffective for a little while longer. Meanwhile, continue to go. We have Grenadiers trying to fire some pop shots, but Soviets have yet to lose a single man. So, good job there. I know it's hard to do. Well, we're going to lose it here. Engineers are fighting Grenadiers, and they're just going to I'm assuming, just hold it for a little while longer. Wow, they actually got a kill? Conscripts coming on in. Oh my god, are they actually going to beat back the Grenadiers? They beat back the Grenadiers without a single kill. What is going on? Soviets have yet to lose any men, and have yet to be pushed back. This is incredible. Boro just going around Bulat and being like, I'm sorry, MG, you wanted to suppress me? Not today. Conscripts now coming in from the other side. But they have Grenadiers right there. They managed to get around the building. Borobadger is on fire today. Oh, did lose the model. We do have a model loss. First Soviet casualty of the day. But this MG is absolutely going to wreck. Can we get Ura? Ura! Ura! Come on! MG's going to suppress, and it might link. No, it doesn't, surprisingly. And he actually upped the engineer squads, that way they can get additional men to make sure that flamethrower is active and burning the Germans out of their cover, although they are still suppressed. All right, not great. Could be better. Still upping it. I would run with the engineer squad. Okay, there he goes. Still did damage, and again, we still have another conscript squad that will move to cover. Again, really great work. Soviets really putting that pressure to the Germans. Rifle grenade is firing. Luckily, he realizes that, moves out, and moves back into cover. Nice attempt, but sorry, Bulat, not today. Again, Soviets showing their power in a 1v1 competitive scene. Oh, and let's see, Grenadiers moving over there. Again, we have Pioneers over on the far left. And MG's back in mid, so they're able to hold the line. Again, with a conscript engineer push. Oh, thank you, Boro, for letting me know this is game 2. Alright, so, but I don't know who won the first one, so I'll cast game 1 in my spare time. So that way I can make sure that, of course, it does get casted. And, of course, Boro and Bulat gets their just deserved recognition for the game that they played. Conscripts going in to fight the Grenadier squad. And duking it out. By the way, I should probably make a prediction for this. So here, let me do that real quick. So anyway, who do you guys think is going to win, Boro or Bulat? And again, please, if you played the game, don't spoil it. So there you go, guys. Start your prediction and place your bets. I guess, you know what? Don't spoil it, because then you can put all the points without anyone realizing who put the points where. So there you go. Anyway, MG being set up in mid. Again, good job by the Soviets for capturing the territory on the right. and also for placing mines in very good areas of high traffic. Again, a lot of mines. Also some good cover options. We have ourselves, I'm assuming, an upgrade on the base for medics, as well as already speeding to get the 3rd tier building, most likely for a T-70. That will likely appear very, very soon. But Bulat is not done yet. He has upgraded himself to light mechanized Campania, and most likely will be deploying himself, I'm assuming, a 222 early on. Though a half-track could also be very good because he could reinforce and really push back Boro with just reinforcements and constant pressure. Plus, flamethrowers are also great against infantry at burning them, especially on the retreat. But if you want something against vehicles and against infantry, the 222 is the way to go. And a lot of people prefer that just because of the fact that, well, you never know what you're going to fight. Alright, so again, you have if those who are actively watching live, you have a little bit of time to place your bet. Meanwhile, conscripts are doing their best just to hold. They know the Germans are pushing on in, so they're not trying to engage a scenario they can't win. So let's just kill the Germans in the building. Why not? 222 has made its way onto the field of battle, but we also have a T-70, ladies and gentlemen. So again, we have light vehicles abound, but the T-70 obviously is better than the scout car. But scout car can still do damage. Alright? It's like Vegeta versus Raccoon. Raccoon's gonna beat Vegeta, but Vegeta can absolutely knock Raccoon's socks off for a couple hits. He just can't take the power of Raccoon. So just pointing that out there. There's my anime reference for the day. Anyway, trying to boost that engineer squad with additional men to kill the MG is not enough. Not enough indeed to break the enemy. And yeah, they fall back. Also, Tellermine has been detected. Soviet's like, I'm just gonna walk on up. I like how he sees that, and Bulat's like, do you want to go on there? Sure, go on there. I'll shoot it. I'll blow up my own mine to kill you. Again, now, the Soviets do know about the mine now, but that also means that A is a little bit more room to maneuver where the T-70 can't go, so they can kind of use that to their advantage. T-70 getting some good shots on target, tries to hit the mine to detonate it, unable to do so. Would have been cool. T-70 now just trying to get rid of the mine. There it goes. It detonates. Right now, though, resource-wise, it's pretty even, all things considered. 222 is getting some heals. MG moving on in. Guard troops now coming on in. So, yeah, Boro's upping that infantry. So, again, with DPs as well. So, these Grenadiers need to be upgraded with MG42s if they want to stand a chance against the enemy. We'll see how they fare. MG, though, can still suppress no matter what gun you have. You're still an infantry unit. You can still be neutralized. Grenadiers chilling out by the building, but flamethrowers there to burn him out. Soviets easily pushing him back. Bulat needing to refocus his men and efforts. He does have a pack gun, so he does have a way to hold back the T-70. But looks like the Soviets will take a good swath of territory. In the meantime, with territory that still Bulat has not even grabbed yet, which is shocking. Pack gun a little overextended. Or is it MG suppressing guard troops? Pack gun repositioning itself to deal with the T-70. T-70 being like, yeah, nope, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. 222 is still opening fire, but again, with DPs and PTRS rifles, they're good against infantry and armor, making the 222 a little wary. But luckily, with the Pioneer squad right there, should be able to heal up and do pretty good. I mean, they are by the building. Am I wrong? Am I wrong by this saying they're by the building, chat? All right, MG's opening fire on both. It doesn't matter. And they could activate some additional rounds, but doesn't want to waste munitions, which he desperately needs. It would be great to grab this additional point so you get more munitions, Bulat. But, you know, I'm not a 1v1 competitive player, so I can't fault you if your strategy wins. But so far, it doesn't look like you're winning. Again, T-70 might make its way around to flank the MG. Grenadier squad as well, so no Faust inbound. Also using the pack to try to, I'm assuming, maybe break the cover. Yep, here comes T-70 coming around to hit that MG. Nothing stopping him. Pack gun is repositioning. 222 is under fire by the guard forces. Pack gun is opening fire, but T-70 manages to back up in the nick of time. I think he's still firing, right? No, he's just out of range. We have a ZIS-3 being in production to try to help counteract the 222. Bulat, though, is still trying to keep things up with getting another pack gun, because, you know, what's better than one pack than two? 222 is under fire, though. Needs a one good final shot to kill it. Luckily, there's really no way they can do that. So Bulat has a little bit of time. He is also getting some caps on some decent points, but the big thing is Bulat needs that munitions. He needs the munitions in order to upgrade his grenadiers. Because if Borobadger is able to, and again, to up his men up to 7-man squads, it's going to be very difficult for those grenadiers to keep fighting. And again, he's gained enough resources where he can do that. He can place more mines. He has multiple different ways. Unfortunately, with the pack guns grouped up like that, it might be a little difficult to connect with the T-70. Unless he just stands there. That's cool. He might die here, actually. Hold on. No, he gets out. They repositioned. That or the high wall stopped the shot. Either way, it's a nice little win. Unfortunately, the Soviets do have a good amount of infantry that's currently coming around the corner. Luckily, with one upgraded MG42 equipped Grenadier squad, he's holding the line against all that. So, great job there. Why the MG42 on these units is so imperative. Grenadier squad going for the fuel, where munitions would be great. Just saying. I know you want the fuel, but I'm just saying. The munitions, though. Bulat setting up an MG. Again, we have another MG42 being brought to the field of battle, trying to contain those conscripts. Guard troops suppressed. But, you know, they can pull back. I mean, the VP-wise, Boro's still doing a fantastic job at putting that pressure to Bulat's neck. Slowly choking him out with the total VP loss that he is currently inflicting upon him. 100 points so far ahead. Wow, I was expecting that mine to do a lot more. Wait, hold on. Oh my god. You know it's gonna happen. It's so close. It's so close to happening. Come on. That T-70 knows. He's like, if I lure him just a little bit more, I can kill a pack. I can kill a pack without doing anything. Wait, Grenadier. Oh, there we go. Grenadier's opening fire on the right. There we go. Oh, it's... Ah, god dang it. I was expecting 2 models. That's annoying. Oh, well. At very least, it's down 2 models, but I was expecting that pack to neutralize. Be neutralized at the very least. That's unfortunate. Anyway, 222 doing some decent hits onto the T-70. It's down like 15% of its health. And the 222's down that much too. Pack gun gets a great shot. One more could do it. The conscript's trying to join in and get the heck out of there. And looks like, yeah, T-70 managed to rescue that squad member and bring him back to base. The model is secure, ladies and gentlemen. That man might have died, but at least we have the body. At least we have the body back in Soviet command. Yeah. Grenadier squads being burned alive and have to retreat into the flamethrower, which is not a good sign. And more conscripts. Luckily, conscripts grabbed the Pack 40, although it's unlikely he's going to keep it, judging by all the fire currently hitting him. But the damage has been done. At the very least, he got it a little further away. And then you have all that infantry right there. MG could still open fire upon them, and that's exactly what's happening. He could flank going this way. There's no units flanking. He's actually running right into the MG. I don't know if Boro sees that, but or maybe he's so focused on getting the pack he doesn't realize, but whatever. Zis 3 hopefully can neutralize it. Come on. Yes, great shot. All right. Good work there. MG repositioned itself because he saw. I'm assuming he knew the T-70 was coming in. Grenadiers pushing on in. Vet 3 respectively. Vet 2 and Vet 1. So very, very cool. Trying to hold the front. Do what he can. Artillery barrage inbound. But still, does not matter. Artillery didn't do too much, although the MG now is in harm's way. Pack guns opening fire on the T-70, forcing it back. Again, good win on the Soviets for killing the pack, but again, I would still say that them still having a pack is not a great thing because that T-70 is still kicking. But Borobadger may not care because he's getting closer and closer to getting the 85. If he gets if he gets a 85, that could be really, really good because again, Bulat's first choice would be a tier. Again, a tier 3 building and getting a Panzer IV. That would be his first choice. Great shot, by the way, with the Zis gun neutralizing the 222. Through the smoke, mind you. Through the smoke. Also, Bulat has gone Blitzkrieg Doctrine, which is fine. The airstrike's good, and a lot of options that require a lot of munitions, which he's currently not getting a ton of right now. But hey, it's okay. At least he's slowly getting it up there. Slowly. And he has upgraded all his Grenadiers. That's what matters. But so too has the conscript's been upgraded with 7-man squads. T70 trying to get that kill. Can he do so? He does. Bulat losing squad after squad right now. Pack-gun trying to finish off T70. T70 knows there's no 222, so he's like, why do I even have to care? It's not like something's going to come around and hit me. Oh, wait. Grenadier squad's going to die, isn't it? At the very least, the T-70 did perish. Unfortunately, upon its death, the enemy automatically gets a T-3045. Either that or he had the resources. One of the two happened. But with even with a loss, a T-3045 is pretty much exactly what Borobadger needs to finish him off. Because yeah, you have a pack and yeah, you have 2 Grenadiers, but he has literally twice as many frontline infantry and a T-gun himself, and now a tank that can literally wipe the floor with anything Bulat can bring to the table. And yeah, Bulat is upgrading the base. It's not like he won't have an option armor, but like, goddamn, this baby is gonna be a heck of a challenge. It's definitely gonna be a heck of a challenge. Grenadier squad is gonna meet it. Gets luckily T-3045 in its perpetuity has men that are drunk and can't hit to save their life. If they do hit you, you're gonna feel it, but luckily the shot has a high chance of always missing. Again, one of the 4 shots and so far has not connected a single one. 4 shots. Let's see how long it takes for the T-3045 to get a kill. Watch, it will literally come around and just absolutely clobber an infantry squad after I said, like, oh, it can't hit shit. But we'll see. Oh, I love it how they picked up a rifle. That's funny. So they probably grabbed it from the guards. Although it looks like they bought some more. Okay. Anyway, Soviets are retaking mid. Again, still keeping it competitive with VPs. But yeah, oh my god. A command tank? Really? 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 Bulat, you have the command tank? I mean, it's an option. It boosts your men around you, that's for sure. But against an 85? A T-34 is going to wreck you. I mean, to be fair, maybe the drunk crew will work with them. If the T-34 can never hit, and so far it hasn't, then he's fine. He's absolutely fine. Oh, maybe that was it. Maybe Bulat worked actually as a spy inside the T-34, making it miss every single time. Someone's saying that T-34 is hoarding the vodka, which is why he's missing. That's also a possibility. Many possibilities for why that 85 is yet to hit a single target after 5 or 6 shots. But anyway, they have to worry about the Zis-3 in any case, which is currently blasting the MG. Oh my god, you gonna ram the building? He does! He's gonna try to bring down the house. And I mean, literally, he's trying to bring down the house. MG's like, nah, I'm not paid for this, I'm out. For those who don't know, if you ram the building, it can cause the health to decrease. Again, and the good news is he's also boosting the infantry's defensiveness over here, so he's doing some work. 85 continues to miss against the MG, being forced back. Luckily, Zis-3 is on point, hitting the Grenadiers. Again, more Grenadiers being made and brought. Katusha being brought up. Again, not bad idea, especially if they're grouped up. Probably needs, well, he definitely needs something to fight in infantry, and a Grenadier squad is probably a good choice. 85 getting some much-needed heals. Command tank trying to kill the engineer squad, a model or 2 on the retreat. 15 kills right now with said Grenadier squad. Pack guns protecting him. Maybe they can move up and get a nice shot on target. They don't have a scope, but maybe they can see him with other units providing sight. They'll have to watch out for the MG. And of course the AT gun that is in range. I mean, technically speaking, both are within range of each other. They just can't see it. Oh my god! Alright, someone's like, alright, get off the vodka. It's my turn. Gets a great shot on that Grenadier squad. Finally hit something. Yep, and Katusha joining the front lines. Okay. He's gonna... Oh my god! Whoever's... Finally, the vodka's worn off. Trying to kill the pack. Yep, biggest threat right now is the pack gun, which luckily doesn't get decrewed. And the tree took the shot. Good for him. Yeah, I was gonna say, chat brought up the point that veterancy with the infantry is on point, and by God it is, absolutely. Let's see, command tank now has to deal with the T-3045 diving it. Pack gun is out of position, nowhere near it. Luckily 85 either missed or didn't get a great hit. MG gonna die, it's not retreating. Again, marked target affected the command tank. I guess they're trying to kill it. Maybe they're trying to, you know, take that MG. Luckily a model wipe, so not unable to. Although, I could say the same thing for that Grenadier squad, who just sacrificed itself for the MG. Maybe not worth it in my eyes, but who am I to judge? Command tank is advancing. Against guards, maybe not the smartest idea. It's buttoning it. Ziskin gonna kill it, isn't it? Oh my god! T-34 decided to charge the Zis-3, not the smartest idea. Command tank has been deployed. I don't think this is gonna go too well. Unless he stuns it. No. If he stunned it and it couldn't move, then the airstrikes could be effective because they would be within range. But now he's out of range, so don't expect those airstrikes to do too much. Oh, wow! Never mind! I guess he had target from him backing up. Okay. Command tank trying to go for the crush. No, unfortunately, gets a couple models, but no good permanent crush right there. Again, right now, Bulat has half the army the Soviets currently do. Some would say, I guess it's an even fight, but no, it's absolutely not. Yeah, I don't know why that last command tank decided to charge. And good airstrike, I'll give him that. It pushed back the 85, but double engineer, baby. And repairs have been underway, and now it's back up to the front. Again, I'll give credit, Bulat has grabbed a lot of territory in the meantime, but can he hold it is the question, with only 2 frontline infantry compared to 4! Hitting mines won't help, I'll say that. Conscripts oorahing. Pack gun is looking the wrong way, man. You're looking the wrong way!
We are losing a sector.
Okay, squad got pushed back over there, I think. Command tank getting some good hits on infantry. Does force it back. Unfortunately, though, 85 is going to come on in. Where's that? Oh, pack gun's lined up, though. Good, good, good. He does get a pen. All right, now it's going to... If the 85 connects... Or, I guess the machine gun did. Infantry slowly pushing on in. Katusha's seeing the pack, but pack gun's like, I see your moves, and I'm going to move out. I still don't think they're going to do all that well. Yep, he stole the MG42. Soviets just taking a lot of man, Soviets doing a good job. Alright, let's see. 85 opening fire. Pack-in as well, returning it. But again, nothing stopping the infantry from just hitting the pack. 85's at 11 kills. So again, I feel like that drunk crew member was removed. Or shot, one of the two. But MG was stolen, and right now Bulat has not much of an army left. He's trying to keep things like going, but he needs a squad wipe, and Borobadger's not letting him have it. Like seriously, like Borobadger honestly very easily like, has way more men, infantry, support, everything compared to Bulat. That's because he's able to retreat and get his men out. And he's the Soviet. He's the one that's supposed to send his men to die. I'm joking. That's really, really not what the Soviet overall army structure was. But still, like, he's easily preserving it and then getting more armor. The Germans are just throwing everything to the wind.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
Oh, this is not looking good. Yep, Ziskin's gonna open fire. Damage an already weakened armored unit. Or not. There it goes. MG moving to capture the point against an MG. Not the greatest move. Artillery's gonna kill that. Pretty guaranteed, I would say, right? Oh, so low. Gets defense bonus, which probably saved him still. 85 coming on in. Can he help wipe the squad? Gets a good kill. Alright, a Panzer IV is being made. But the enemy has two T-34-85s. Unless that airstrike combined with a pack and Panzer IV command tank, you get so many unless that happens and thereby eliminating all the armor, I feel like we're about to see a GG come true for Borobadger. Grenadier squad gets pushed back. Not looking good. Look at I gotta give impressive veterancy. Even though they don't have a ton of kills, still. No, like low teens, upper digits. Still, low teens, relatively speaking, except for the guards at 17. Triple VP cap, so literally, Borobadger could just chill out, just relax, and be like, yes, well, my impressive force, a near pop cap, will just hold off any charge he does. Command tank just ramming himself into the building. I love how this guy's literally doing binoculars into the building. Like, yes, what impressive infrastructure. The architecture is just so refined. Look at this. It's so well done. But anyway, Panzer IV, pack gun, they're all there. But literally, this is actually a fantastic idea. Like, both sides are just looking at each other on the opposite end of the building. Guard troops gonna stop the Panzer IV. Are they diving? Are they honestly diving? You're diving against an 85? Are you insane? Oh, here comes the airstrike. Oh my god. Here comes the pack. Button it. Up. He's not moving. They actually penned. Oh no! There goes the Panzer IV. There goes the other Panzer IV. Pack gun's killed. Airstrike, maybe? Nope, that's it. Bulat tried one Hail Mary, but fun fact, that did not work. That absolutely did not work. Oh, god damn it. After action report, how did they fare? Yeah, that one was a bit more of a curb stomp than the last series. Even though kill-wise, it was actually closer, but... Anyway, most damage goes to Borobadger. Bulat, unfortunately, lesser damage than Borobadger and less kills overall. Pack got most damage and kills 45 for the Grenadiers. Like, they did work. They did work. Boro got what? 39 kills with conscripts, and then guards got, I think, another 20, so good job there. But, yeah, good damage, good kills. Again, Borobadger, I think, just was outstepping and outclassing Bulat across the board. So again, look at the veterancy too. Like, overall preservation was extremely good for the Soviets, which really helped just slowly put the pressure onto Bulat, and he just couldn't take it. He did a charge, and that was his only move, and unfortunately the worst move he could make at the same time. So alas. That's it, guys. That's going to be it for this game. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot117, bringing you another Master League game. This one being Happycat versus Theodosios. Hopefully, I'm not butchering that. Probably might be. But hey, let's get into it. This is a 1v1 on Feldmanville approach for the Master League. If you want to support the Master League, you can check out their Patreon. Of course, check out all the casters like Angry Dutchman, AE, Tightrope, a number of different content creators. You have people behind the scenes, like caster slash, was it moderator Alvadi. You got Stern Panther. You got yourselves 101 with his awesome casting. Tons and tons of people. So make sure you support everyone on the team. That helps out. Anyway, we got ourselves a Soviet versus an austere Happycat versus Theodosios. Now, again, some barbed wire being made. Just a little, just toying, going around with the two engineer and pioneer squads, just chilling in mid. We got additional conscripts coming on in as a Soviet. So it looks like we're seeing quantity where the Germans are... Yeah, they're just building Grenadiers and MG, so I have nothing clever to say about that. It's just your standard build. But it's a build that has led a lot of players to victory. Hopefully, that is the case in this game for Theodosios. MG's moving on in, a little unsupported, has to watch out for a possible flank, and by God, we're in a 1v1 game. What's the chances of that happening? Again, good micro with the engineer squad clinging to the edge of the fuel so we can hold on to it. Grenadiers, though, might make him pay a little bit, getting behind the tractor as heavy cover. They're going to easily have better defense and better offensive capabilities against the engineer squad, allowing them a nice little win. Forcing them back, picking off a model. Happycat has 3 squads, all on the right. Unfortunately, one being hit shortly by it. No, there's a bush here, so no. This actually MG is in a bad spot, and I think he might realize that very, very soon. The conscripts are pushing on in. You still have the pioneer squad right here. Again, conscripts taking over the fuel. So right now, even for a brief moment, double fuel for the Soviets. Pioneer squad is being picked off, and it looks like here the MG is repositioning. Not behind heavy cover, however, so maybe if they can circle around, they can do some more damage. This unit is also not in heavy cover. He's in medium cover. Let's see, another conscript is on the field while we have 3 grenadiers. Pioneer squad again in the building, but down to a single model. Might need some additional reinforcements. So, but no, Theodosios is like, I'm going to chill on the front. This is a great idea. Oh, you poor pioneer squad. Hopefully you don't bite the bullet or get shot by a Soviet. Either way. Anyway, conscripts holding behind the truck. Conscripts also pushing against the Grenadier squad on left. Again, doing pretty well, all things considered, but I think Grenadier squad will still win that fight overall. And it looks like the Austere is winning most of the engagements, if not all of them, as well as grabbing the additional territory on right. So overall, good plays by Theodosios. Happycat is on the back foot right now, and will need to do something in order to turn this game around. Meanwhile, Theodosios is upgrading, I believe. No, he has not upgraded. Sorry, I thought he was about to. To Battle Phase 1. Oh, there he goes. So, at least he can get himself rifle grenades and, well, no, he actually canceled for another MG. Again, the longer he doesn't use that, the longer his men will not have rifle grenades. I know they're not as potent in 1v1 play because typically the opponent can read the unit's, well, action and be like, oh, I'm going to move my unit. But rifle grenades on this map is very good because you can fire them on the other side of these brushes where the enemy may not know you're there, but you can get a sneak peek of them and then like, okay, I can fire a grenade and neutralize them. Hopefully, maybe. But in this situation, the Soviets are coming in force. I think Happycat got medics. He did. He hasn't got Molotovs, though. So, again, if in a fight like we saw before, if the enemy's in heavy cover, these conscripts don't have a way to push the enemy out of it. Which, again, same thing with the Germans as well. But still, it's you want to have an advantage. You want to make sure you can counteract the opponent in a capacity. And so far, Battle Phase 1 has been unlocked. Oh, looks like he canceled the MG and went back to Battle Phase 1. Instead, going with light mechanized, which I'm assuming means an early 222. Typically, very effective against infantry and helping to keep a map a little more contained against the enemy by stopping any outlier units that go along the outskirts of the map. You can easily pick them off. MG trying to pick off that conscript squad, but unfortunately, it's just on the outskirts. Unless this unit is somehow still in sight, I think they should be able to get out without being suppressed, and the MG is repositioning himself. So yeah, exactly. He's going to realize his predicament and be like, all right, well, that's not going to go well. Let me pull back a little bit, wait for Pioneers and some Grenadiers to move on in and provide that little support. Meanwhile, Happycat doing pretty well, grabbing the entirety of the right, doing very well with resources. So even though he's going to get that 222 out pretty quickly, about 6 minutes in, Happycat's on a good foundation to get T70 out before the 10-minute mark, if he can continue keeping these resources under his control. Conscripts are losing the left, Minesweepers making sure there's no, Soviet mines on the field. We haven't seen that kill any unit, I think, at the tournament, or I could be lying. Either way, definitely a good idea to have those Minesweepers, because they are very good at stopping those pesky Soviet forces from causing all sorts of hell. Speaking of which, MG got flank pushed back, but 222 is on the field. Like I said, trying to provide that support. Unfortunately, it's not picking an outlier unit. It's dealing with the entirety of the Soviet infantry force now in mid. He's going to move on in to try and intercept with some grenadiers. They're going to decap the point, but I don't think they want to... yeah, they're going to pull back. They don't want to stay there. Panzer Grenadiers are also coming to the field. Happycat has upped his base up to tier 3. So T70 is close by. Most likely Theo won't upgrade his Panzer Grenadiers with Shreks, I would assume, because usually it's a G43 rifle that they have a tendency to upgrade it to. Conscripts hide in the building just to hold on to territory for as long as they can with that area. But yeah, Theodosios has a number of faction choices. Lightning War, I would assume, would be the one he would go. German Mechanized is one that maybe, because all the support abilities, but I think it goes Lightning War, Assault Support, and then it goes German Mechanized. At least to me, I think that's what it would most likely be for picks. For Happycat, I would assume that he would want to go Guard Rifle, Lend-Lease, and Armored Assault, just on how things go. I like the IS-2, I truly do, but in a 1v1, I have not seen a... Well, have I seen a... Maybe. The last time I saw an IS-2 on the field, it didn't save that person. Again, everyone's different, but I take note of the fact the IS-2 couldn't do the damage and was usually pushed off the map enough to where middle was captured by the enemy and the VPs just won the game. T-70's on the field before the pack gun could be. Panzer Grenadiers, though, are taking the right with some, I'm assuming, Grenadiers. And T-70's making a good push, forcing the Grenadiers and the Scout car back. Again, T-70 is a pretty awesome little light tank. It can do quite a bit. I would say it's the second best light tank of the game. I know technically the Valentine is an option, but I don't know. I like this more than the Valentine. I know, and I think the fact that it's a default unit rather than part of a commander pick really helps it, especially not being capped by command points, which is also a huge factor for, which is why I think it's set. I think it keeps its second spot. I think the only thing better than it is the Stuart, and I find it very hard to honestly argue the Stuart in being #1 light tank. It is so good, absolutely good with its abilities against, especially infantry and definitely against armor. Panzer Grenadiers in cover. Grenadiers as well taking territory. Looks like Happycat slowly losing that lead, but he still has a decent amount, honestly. Also getting back the fuel. It's really helping he's trying to keep both of those fuel points under his control. Armor piercing rounds have been activated. No fouls to speak of, but we do have a pack 40 coming on in. But will the MG survive that long? And again, the SD on the other side of the house, which the T-70 is currently lighting that sucker up upon. Now, luckily, T-70 is going to back up, trying to get a shot. This is where the pack 40 will hit target and force him back. Getting an excellent shot. Also hitting the Pioneers. 222 is opening fire on the infantry, forcing them back. And T-70 is going to try to figure out what to do next. Again, he needs to stay outside the range of that pack. Also, we have a Soviet mortar on the field. Very curious. I'm assuming he's trying to use that to counteract the MG. But right now, the mortar's targeting the 222 of all things, which is quite funny. But infantry is pushing mid, and again, it would be great if they have AT grenades. I understand he maybe doesn't have the resources to spend at the moment, but I think that's always invaluable to have for Molotovs, because he has plenty of munitions, and AT grenades. AT gun is on the field. Again, we've seen the power of the pack, but again, this is 3 has the artillery function, which could really help against this infantry. Though I will say, Soviets doing pretty well. Again, we have single digits overall. Germans have 11 kills, upper single digits and low teens. But still, overall, they're doing pretty well. And the fact that he's not lost any is a big, big win. Because right now, Frontline Infantry, it's about neck and neck with Theo really needing to upgrade his Grenadiers to get those MG42s. And that would give him the edge in front line, I think. That would really help him out with firepower. Otherwise, conscripts can just keep going around and, well, they can stick around long enough to do the damage needed. Unfortunately, Engineer Squad's being suppressed. Conscript Squad is also being pushed back. We do have a attempt of a push on right, and I think there's enough conscripts here that the Grenadier Squad will have to fall back on. Maybe the mortar gets a lucky hit, but it's busy, I think, fighting on the left-hand side. No, it's busy up here hitting the other mortar. That mortar's already at vet 1, by the way. Conscripts are taking the key victory points as the austere takes the other side of the map. So yes, they need those victory points. It's imperative they take it. Meanwhile, we have Theo moving it back in again with his 222. Again, the T-70 also took a hit. Needs to get some repairs in. Neither side has picked a commander at this moment, but it could go either way. Great shot with the mortar on the German mortar, forcing it back. German austere base, by the way, does have medics. He hasn't upgraded the Panzer Support Armor Corps yet because he doesn't have Battle Phase 2. He could get it, but he's yet to get it because most likely he wants to use that manpower to reinforce his men before upgrading. Because again, it's like, alright, even if I upgrade it, do I get anything I can deploy right now? Is there anything crucial I need at this moment? No. Alright, so I can upgrade my men. I don't have the fuel for it. My men is more important to get the fuel needed to upgrade and get the Panzer IV. So I'll do that. 222 still getting a number of kills. 10 now. Holy mackerel. Grenadiers as well providing that fire support. We still have the Resist 3, which is now has a clean line of sight on the 222, but unfortunately doesn't have a clear line of fire. You can see the target, but the high fence and the stone fence, and even though it's a wooden fence, still it could block the shot as shown. It's enough to, well, cause a little bit of issue for it and allow that 222 to back up unscathed and go after additional men. Now, luckily, these men do have AT grenades, and it could pin that 222 very easily. Ura is coming in, plenty of munitions, AT grenades being thrown, and now the 222 is essentially out of action for the foreseeable future. Also, I think the Soviets may have blocked this area by the barbed wire. Wait, no, I'm sorry. No, the austere did. My apologies, the wrong side. The austere blocked it to stop the Soviets from using it to their advantage. Panzer Grenadiers taking the point. We have a mortar fire on the T-70. You know what? I like your charisma. Alright? I like the attempt. Now, unfortunately, T-70 is just annihilating the Panzer Grenadier squad. But I like the idea of, like, alright, just have something fire on to cause havoc. Unfortunately, mortar has nothing stopping it from being fired upon by the conscript. Except for an MG now quickly moving in. Meanwhile, I have to give credit for Happycat decapping the munitions on the left, while Theo takes the fuel, but did hit a mine. So again, we're already starting to see Happycat lay down some mines. Where Theo, I don't see any telemines on the field. Again, that's not saying he won't, but if you want to kill the T-70, Tellermine is an effective means to do it. 50 munitions and essentially one hit KOs the target. Not bad. But again, we do have not one, but two lines of sweepers. So mines would probably be way less effective if the enemy can detect them. So that would be a huge negative. So yeah, it's better to upgrade your men then and make sure that they are combat effective in terms against the enemy infantry, rather than a little weaker, but you may have a small chance of hitting the enemy vehicle. But in this situation, probably not, judging by all the minesweepers. Again, good use of controlling the map on both sides. Each side has taken their points and does not let either get without like 20 points ahead. Looks like, again, still very, very close. Conscripts are holding mid pretty well. Again, fuel's going back over to the Allied side. And we have Theo taking it again. But he has upgraded Battle Phase 2, but still, you can see the big difference. Right now, I believe Happycat's upgraded his base. He has. But he's way closer to a T-34 than Theo is. Like, Theo's in a unfortunate predicament where he just doesn't have the fuel for that Panzer IV, which is a lot of, well, a lot of people would say the 1v1 crowd would lean toward for the Austeres, getting that Panzer IV out. And I don't see a substitute here. Like, it's not mobile assault where you can deploy a Puma. And there's a fair argument to say a Puma could do quite a number on a recruit T-34 and T-70. Just not the case. Happycat continuing his dominant lead against Theo, taking a good chunk of the key territories on the map on the right. MG trying to stop him. Again, Vet 2, gotta give credit. But, and suppressing him, because he, I believe, was out of cover for a second, then got back in, which helped. Grenadiers moving on in. Mortar up to, again, Vet 2 with 5 kills. German Mortar has 1 kill, but up to Veteran C2. He might be trying to target something. I'm assuming the conscripts. No, still trying to target the mortar. Mortar is very close. It's low on health. Probably need to retreat. Fires 1 volley. Will the shot be... Nope. Doesn't really do too much, if anything at all. T-70 pushed back the Grenadier, but got to give credit to a 3-star Grenadier. Got to give a shout out to that. Now, what do you do in this honest situation? Well, Scout Car is pulling on back. T-70 is moving on over. Double Engineers there as well. Again, bit of a hassle right there. But not... Oh my god, double mines. Very good use. I love how he's like, okay, and the enemy's gone? Place mines. Also, again, I thought, guard rifle. And it's because it has an amazing suite. It has good upgrades for conscripts, good long range, good artillery, but I know a lot of people don't like using it in 1v1. You got the strafe and as well the heavier armor. So you can wait, and again, that's exactly what Happycat's doing. He knows he has control of the map, he knows that he has advantage, so it's like, alright, if I get a T-34, most likely Theo's going to outpace me with a Panzer IV. But if I get a KV-1, that Panzer IV is going to have a rough time. Because my gun's equivalent to a T-34, but my armor isn't. And typically, it's a survival game at that point. Who can last longer? It's going to be the KV-1. Now, let's see. Grenadiers trying to hit that AT gun out of position. And by that, I mean really no support of conscripts to stop the Grenadier squad from pressing. T-70's trying to help, but the Grenadier squad, 18 kills, doing very well for himself. Also, Theo went assault support. Could try to make up for the resource difference by deploying this, but he doesn't have a ton of manpower right now to just simply deploy a supply truck on the map and be like, yeah, I'm just going to let this be. Also, again, I feel like Happycat would try to take advantage, be like, oh, I see that territory. Because, again, it lights up the territory in which you have that unit capturing territory. Unless he puts it somewhere very close to his base, it would be always at risk for Happycat extending and trying to kill it very, very quickly. Conscripts pushing on in, 7-man squads, gotta love it. Again, makes them pretty effective against Grenadiers, even with the upgrade. I still think Grenadiers have better DPS, but another thing what 7-man has is they kill a support unit, well, they can just easily, fully, like, they can pick that up and still fight with 4 models. And still put up a decent fight. Anyway, luckily, we do have a reasonable situation for Theo with a suppression and a frag bomb. So if he would like to neutralize, let's say, a lot of equipment in a short period of time, he could absolutely do that. Rifle grenade does miss, however. Panzer IV is on the field. Looks like he got a couple shots on the conscripts, forcing them back. But now we have the KV-1 on the field, and that's going to become the real defining moment. Again, Happycat, the only reason Happycat was able to get that when he did is because of how much fuel that he's been able to, relatively speaking, hold on to in the map control of this game. Like, overall, Happycat's done a great job with map control. But, again, it's going to be a game in which to see if that was worth it. Will the KV-1 be able to do it? Right now, Happycat has placed more mines. The Panzer IV, like right now, is going to need an engine repair. That's going to throw him out of action for a little bit. KV-1's in a good position to push on him, but that could overextend him and allow the pack gun to get some great shots. And again, it is a new pack. So again, sorry, a Vet 1 pack, not a new pack. A Vet 1 pack, so he could do a target weak point against the KV, which could be very effective. Bounce off rear armor. That unit died while repairs, so do not expect a Panzer IV to be in a good state right now. No, and the KV-1 knows that. He's going to absolutely press Theo right now, but the pack gun will provide that fire support. Panzer IV bounces once again. Trying to back on up. Panzer IV doing its best. Does penetrate the beast, but the KV still is coming. Again, we have a pen. And a bounce. Another pen. Another pen. Oh my god, Panzer IV somehow still alive. KV-1 does not want to chase. And instead will allow the Panzer IV to limp back to base. Super lucky for Theo right now, for him managing to survive that ordeal. But I believe he did lose. Oh yeah, there we go. I was gonna say he did lose the mortar. I was like, something's different here. He did lose the mortar. The Soviets lost the mortar, but like I said, they're just fully manning it and sending the conscript squad back to base. So really, really cool. And yeah, speaking of overall capabilities, KV-1 has double engineers repairing it. So even though in the new patch will also increase the health and time it takes to heal, KV-1 still takes quite a bit with 1 engineer. But with 2, yeah, this thing's going to be healed pretty damn quick. At least far faster than 1 Pioneer squad healing that Panzer IV. So it's going to be a lot more damage done via Happycat for the foreseeable future. Again, you still have some good units, and it's not like Theo couldn't upgrade the Panzer Grenadier squad with Treks, but I feel like Happycat would easily pressure him if that was the case. If the Shrek was, because again, he would lose combat effectiveness against infantry if he did that. He can still get a good bundle grenade, but still. Something to consider. MG is opening fire, but, you know, kind of lacking the oomph that a Pac 40 has to really hurt that, being the fact that, well, armor-piercing rounds. But still, he's holding the front. Engineers are going to heal that KV-1 after it lost half its health from some great pens and a really solid Pac 40 that is now just holding back the Soviet armor very effectively. However, as we've seen in some other games, there is a way to counter support equipment as the Soviets that doesn't just simply rely on the mortar. It's Katusha, and Happycat's getting that. Most likely, if Happycat can be in a situation where he's like, oh, they're all grouped up, fire 1 barrage, and yeah, you could wipe a number of units in close proximity. And Theo's still kind of keeping that. That MG was very close to the pack, so that would have been a good example. Again, T-70 though, 14 kills, gotta love it. Hopefully he can keep his men spread out though. Conscripts helping to pick him off. Again, only 9 kills, but still. Veteran T3 all around for all the conscripts, while the Grenadiers are in the high teens to low 20s. KV-1 pressuring the pack. He's gonna need another one. He needs more support to really do damage. KV-1 is just doing solid work across the board. Slowly but surely, Happycat's strangling Theo into his base. Did he just fire a shot and randomly hit a Grenadier squad? Alright, risky Katusha shot hitting the base. Does get a couple models in the base. No kills, very close to squad wipes though. Very, very close. Katusha only got 3 models. Didn't kill anything, but still, he could have easily done so if that rocket was just a little more to the right or a little more down. He could have annihilated some Grenadier squads. So very lucky in his part. Again, Theo's probably not happy with that, but there is a method that he can neutralize it. One would be a frag bomb. Frag bomb could absolutely neutralize the Happycat's Katusha. Again, I would probably just try to send the Panzer IV around, especially once it gets Blitzkrieg, but hey, that's me. Another thing you could attempt to do is send the 222. You have to worry about the conscripts, but still, it's viable. At least the Panzer IV can take a shot from the conscript AT grenade package, but 2, probably not. Alright, let's see. Panzer IV trying to deal with the conscript squad. Forces the squad back. Meanwhile, again, you still have the KV-1 in mid. It might try to pressure the pack gun once again. There is a flare out to reveal that the pack gun was there. He's actually going to go for this lone Pioneer squad off in the corner. This poor bastard. Get out of there. KV-1 is going to absolutely dominate you if you don't get out. Grenadier squad is pulling on back, along with the conscript squad. But again, Soviets hold the territory. That's what he wants. And I really enjoy this. Using recon mode to allow the ZIS-3 to get maximum sight in order for him to see the target. Wait, why is it not? Hold on. There we go. Absolutely fantastic ability. Unfortunately, for him as well, he could use artillery to neutralize that mortar, even though it's behind the bush. Katusha coming on in. Again, I seriously think he needs another pack. This pack is about to die. Great kill in the Grenadier squad. We can see a multiple dead units. We're calling in a strafe right now. Again, no effective AA method at this moment. It's not like this thing has a pistol machine gun or something like that, which can just maybe haphazardly fire and kill it. Not today. But again, solid move by Happycat. He was able to kill Grenadier Squad. That should allow him to gain advantage on the anti-infantry game on just an infantry versus infantry scenario. And again, combine the fact he's ahead with the armor game with the KV-1. Yeah, it's looking very, very good for Happycat right now. Meanwhile, infantry is moving on in. Alright, they killed the cover, so the Soviets can't use that anymore. Again, still have plenty of munitions, and again, you can always use that in the future. Panzer IV is trying to make a move. Zis 3, though, is still there in the area. I don't know if he was hoping he would reposition or something. He does push back the mortar and get the 2 model kills, but the Panzer IV is now out of commission for a good, probably 30 seconds. And now the KV-1 is about to come back on the field, and he's probably not going to be too happy about it. Looks like something did hit the Katusha, took a little damage, but Pioneers were able to... Engineers, sorry, were able to heal it just fine. And overall, across the map, across the field of battle, Theo is trying to grab those victory points, but alas, unable to, allowing Happycat to keep his dominance and keep the victory point against Theo. Theo needs a hell of a maneuver. He needs to kill something. The problem is we're about to see possibly an endgame maneuver here. Also, I love how all this cover is being destroyed by the KV. Everything's being destroyed. He's like leveling the entire map. He's like, nope, no cover for you. But I bring this up because we're seeing another KV-1 on the field. So if we're seeing 2 KVs, that Panzer IV is just going to have a tough time taking down that unit. So, luckily, the armor is something that the KV-1 has to its advantage, but again, every shot it takes, it needs further time to repair. Luckily, he does have repairs, covered. Again, great shot with the artillery. Very close to killing some units, but unfortunately, the spread of that was a little too wide, and allowed the Grenadier and the PaK-4 to survive. Soviet forces are making a large-scale maneuver across the entire map, pushing across the board. 222, it looks like it was hit by an AT grenade or something, maybe a mine. Point is, it is hanging back and in desperate need of repairs. Luckily, double Pioneer should help the Panzer IV heal a lot quicker. Look how quickly it's coming back. Very, very cool. MG's opening fire, but again, I deal with 2 conscripts on opposite ends of his line of sight. Luckily, it looks like he was able to do that. Again, Ved 3 truly does help. KV-1 now opening fire. We have a situation, however, where we have a Sternvik strike coming in, and the KV just doesn't care. He's literally shoving the KV directly onto the PaK. Air support coming on in via the Sternvik. Another KV-1's coming on in. What a maneuver, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, PaK trying to help, but with the other KV without fire support, I don't know if he was saving up for the Tiger. He definitely didn't get another Panzer. He did kill the KV, but Panzer IV was neutralized. And unless Theo can survive, and again, I'm assuming Battle Phase 3, yeah, he can easily also get himself a Panther. Unless something happened... Oh, wait, no, he lost another Grenadier squad. Is he going to fire the Katusha on him? If the Katusha comes down here, and it's what I think it would be, which would be a creeping barrage, because he can do it across this area and just kill everything, it could be GG. Katusha, I'm assuming, is going to be that. Yep. Happycat's going to do that. Don't worry, plane crashes don't hurt stuff, but rockets do. Definitely a number of units being hit. Again, weakened quite a bit. Somehow, the best vehicle the Germans have at its disposal right now is a 222. And again, Happycat is not too far away from getting a T-34 or something else to assist. Again, KV-1 might start picking off by picking off the base first. Tiger tank, though, is on the field. This is the last hope of the Germans. If Theo doesn't use his Tiger tank super effectively, and I do mean like a Hail Mary maneuver, he is done for. Right now, his base was neutralized, which is also a kind of a big loss, because that kind of removes your infantry company, which, you know, kind of reduces what frontline troops you can have. AT gun opening fire, conscripts there as well to hopefully hit the Tiger with an AT grenade if possible. KV-1 trying to help, but yeah, KV-1 has armor. Tiger does too, except Tiger has a bigger gun. KV-1 deciding, you know what, I'm busy. I'm better just shooting at the infantry. I'm just gonna focus on that. Again, Theo trying to scrape something together, but it's very difficult to see how Theo comes back. He does have half an army to Happycat, But again, it's half an army. Faust is being fired again. Nowhere close to using a special, so at least he just has specials of infantry. Unfortunately, Happycat is being one step ahead of him. Again, there's not enough units to where it will keep Happycat's attention spread. Also, great shot with an AT gun. Katusha also on standby in case that group of infantry comes back. I don't know what Theo's hopes are. Stormvic Strike coming back in to suppress the infantry. Tiger Tank already down to a quarter health. I think this is the last stand of this Tiger. He's just trying. He knows he's beat. He knows he's done. He's just trying to get something. Alas, it bounces. I have no idea how. Alright. Oh, there we go. And by that, I mean, like, I'm just surprised that of all the shots, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I forgot. He can bounce. It's like pen, pen, pen. And KV1 there as well providing support. It was just not going to happen. And a support truck was taken. Fun fact, Theo. Oh my god, infantry being expressed by a Stormvic Strike. Okay, Theo, you need something to guard that, because the enemy can see that, so he can just send a T-70 over, which I think he's doing exactly that to just go kill it. Like, he could absolutely just neutralize it. So yeah, unsure what the game plan is here, but I think it's done. I think it's game. And again, Flare going out to detect what Theo has in his base, which is nothing. Infantry as well not being expressed because outside the Stormvic's range. And there's a teller mine here. I guess he's hoping for a dive attempt. But I think the attack will be from the front, not from the side. So I think this is going to be game. Theo might be trying to save up for a pack, but there's too much infantry, too much armor, too much artillery. It's done. Like, unless Happycat decides to go in a conga line into Theo's base, and maybe Theo could then use, well, just kill him one at a time. Unless that happens, I do not see how this game is going to change, unfortunately. But again, great job on Happycat for being so dominant through the majority of this game. Theo gave some good few good opening shots early on, but all things considered, yeah, Happycat was dominating this game. And again, right now, Happycat's just parked outside the base with a KV-1, no less. Just being like, are you gonna come out? You gonna come out? I'm free to fight anytime. Alright, he is decapping the left. Theo, I think, realizes the hopelessness of the situation. He has a pack moving in, but again, being hauled down, he's not gonna really do much. Like, that thing is entrenched pretty well, which will provide a better defense. And even with the left side being decapped, Theo decides not to surrender, but just to let the points run out. I can respect that. I can respect that rather than a rage quit. Absolutely. But that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be game. Happycat, really well done. Good preservation on infantry. Again, all those conscripts survived. Even if they didn't get high kills, they did their part. T-70 was very effective at trying to go after infantry, and I believe also taking out the 222 on yeah, pushing forward. But overall, really good plays by Happycat and holding the line. Looking overall, again, 34,000 damage for Happycat, 40 kills for Theo. So better kill count overall. Soviet's still down, but it just wasn't enough. Just absolutely was not enough. Great kill count, 71 kills against Happycat. Happycat only got 52 kills with conscripts, but still not enough. Great job to Happycat. Good win right there. Hopefully Theo can maybe come around in the second game and turn things around. Otherwise, Happycat might be able to make a clean sweep. We shall see. Anyway, let's move on to game 2. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot117 casting another game in the Master League. This is all part of day 2 games, and we have another game with Theodosios and Happycat. Which, Theo, alright, going with Infantry Company as the Americans, and Happycat going with Grand Offensive. I feel like he saw Americans, he's like, oh, I know what you're going, mechanized. And Theodosios is like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna ruin your day. I mean, to be fair, Happycat ruined Theodosios' day, so it's fine. They kind of one up each other. That's what you get in these 1v1 games. Kind of like every time, even if it's just picking commanders, they try to make sure they can counter each other. And to be fair, for the Americans, I believe Mechanized was the most picked commander, so picking something to counter that or be at least decently effective against it, not too bad. But anyway, what did they pick? Well, Panzer Fusiliers, which is, from all definitions, bad, at least for an opening start. Two reasons. One, first off, they're not great until you upgrade them with G43s. That's the big thing. And of course, you need a building before then. So you're obviously going to be at a disadvantage. Now, if you're versing maybe, I think, Soviets, I think that's a little better because conscripts are weaker. But you're facing off against some of the best infantry in CO2, especially in the opening start. So you're already right there. It's not exactly the best matchup you want. One Sturm, 2 Panzer Fusiliers are spread out. We have 3 riflemen, 1 Echelon that's over building some tank traps. Again, I don't think this was a bad play necessarily. I think that a lot of competitive players will get, like, I could be wrong with this, but it's Sturm Pioneer, 2 Volk, and then 2 Sturm, not 2 Sturm, 2 Panzer Fusiliers, because then the Volks are already dealing that damage, and they are considerably stronger in the opening part of the game. I know that they're rectifying that with some patches coming up, but as far as I recall, that's how the meta is. I love this Echelon squad picking up its first pick and possibly escaping. Oh my god, it's actually going to escape. That's incredible. Echelons, we got the kill. We got the kill, guys. Anyway, luckily 2 versus 1 is pretty damn good for those Panzer Fusiliers. Riflemen shooting from behind. Unable to really get the final blow in or come in the nick of time, so I have a feeling he was capturing this and walked back. Going for the cutoff, Happycat going in for a really smart maneuver. Unfortunately, that heavy cover is really going to help. And, of course, flanking. So having more men absolutely helps in this situation. And again, make sure you try to pick them off and hopefully get another model. Also great. Having the area decapped works because it's, again, cutting Theo off. So with the circumstance, I think Happycat's doing a good job with the infantry brought to the table, especially making sure he always fights the Americans with more men than the Americans are actually attacking with. Like, I don't understand this play. Like, they're gonna annihilate you. I know I said Panzer Fusiliers aren't as effective as Volk, but they're still pretty decent infantry. They can handle a Echelon squad, which is one of the weakest squads in the game. Anyway, Riflemen trying to fight, but realizing we need to keep pulling back, find better cover. Hide behind the tractor. Do what you can. Again, we're in a situation where both these players have at least played one game on this match, so they should know the terrain. So good to see both sides are using it, using the terrain pretty effectively. And again, Riflemen now coming in, they outnumber Happycat quite a bit, so he's gonna have to pull back. He's trying to get behind cover, but based on the placement, that's not really gonna work. And yeah, he's going to be driven back. Right now, Riflemen are holding on to that point. We have additional forces across the area. Captain's opening fire against the Sturm squad, trying to do what it can. And yeah, with a bar, they're going to do quite a bit. Now, we do want to say something. It's a captain. So that means we're going to see an AT gun, a howitzer, and an AA half-track. We're not going to see a Stuart. Also, tank traps going live. So again, try to help additional cover for the Riflemen. Which again, if you saw them building, it's because of this. So they can actually build stuff because of Infantry Company. Really, really good ability. We got a blob coming on in. It looks like Happycat's trying to push the Americans out before they cause more havoc. But with the cover that they're in, they should be putting up a decent fight. Again, this is really going to come to terms with who's doing better. And with more Riflemen coming on in, I think the Americans will hold. Now, G43 being added on, great. They also have grenades, which is going to be very effective against all these troops in close proximity. Even though it looks like Panzer Fusiliers are slowly losing, good grenade will force them out, allow them to be easy pickings. Again, now it's down one mono. Riflemen, though, I think will win this fight. It's going to be, they'll get up to veterancy 1 at the very least. And yeah, they'll drive the Panzer Fusiliers back. So there you go. In a 3v3 matchup, Riflemen were on top. More Panzerfusiliers coming on in, except, well, you have no veteran CTU. So I'm not sure what you hope to do. He's still behind some decent cover. So he can at least put up a decent fight while holding that point. Like, you're not going to easily push him off. But again, that's me. Now, with this squad coming up, yeah, Happycat will push back Theo. But, again, the damage has been done. Happycat has got himself a medical facility, but not much else. Meanwhile, Theo is like, oh, see, here's the thing. Not only do I have the, of course, do I have the captain unlocked, upgrade him, but I also have a half-track in development. Happycat really needs an AT gun. Sure, Panzerfusiliers are really good with their overall AT grenades. Like, seriously, their range on them is pretty on point. But, all things considered, you still have to worry about a couple different things. And right now, it's more leaning toward, how do I put this nicely? The half-track, especially in a 1v1 player, it's going to be able to outpace him. Like, he's going to be able to keep the half-track away far enough, hopefully, so these things don't fire their AT grenades. But we'll see. Like, also would go with PyroSharks? That would be funny. Anyway, yep, here come the Panzerfusiliers. Never mind. Oh, wait, he does have the munitions for it because he got the upgrade. Although, again, good upgrades, a lot of damage. Just, unfortunately, not much to really stop this baby from just shredding your men. No AT gun yet. We're 7 minutes in. Bar is with Captain is currently holding the line while the half-track backs on up to light that infantry apart. Or, sorry, light it ablaze. What am I saying? My lord. Doing a lot of replays today. Anyway. A lot of games. Panzerfusiliers heading over to the right. Again, half-track is just sort of figuring out what to do. I'm assuming he's waiting for the infantry support before he goes on in again. Again, kind of makes sense. Alright, Rifleman pulling back. Half-track kind of pushing in. We got cover being made. Again, good job with the Sturms. Unfortunately, not really a ton of munitions right now. We have LMGs with the American infantry. Interesting. I thought bars were better overall, pound for pound, but I guess because of all the positions, especially with holding, the Americans could theoretically mow down the Panzerfusiliers. Again, we have a fight going on. A half-track providing suppression. Americans still holding behind the cover and doing quite a bit of damage. He's going to pull on back, but the damage was done. With the captain coming on in and suppression still being laid upon him. Raketenwerfer, although in range, won't be able to turn the tide of the battle. At least in my opinion. Oh my god, suppression and the captain murdering that Panzerfusilier squad very quickly. Is that double bar or just single bar? I think it's double. No, it's all. I forgot. He also has the close range weapons, so it's a mixture of things, really adding to the play style there, or the reason why he won. We also again have the ambulance so we can heal. We have the medics back here so he can heal. We have enough for our Panzer headquarters. Okay, there actually. Speak of the devil. There we go. Panzer headquarters. The reason I say that is just because of the fact, again, he has to be very cautious and keep the American, aka Theo, away, because you don't want Theo to dive on it. So far, I don't think either side has lost a unit, which is actually really good. Hopefully, that continues. Again, the longer a unit stays, stay alive and they don't end up losing stuff, the more they keep on track, the closer this game, in my opinion, is going to be. Absolutely. Panzerfusilier make a quick retreat after dealing with that half-track once again. Echelon's just walking on into the fuel. They are on the left, and he has backup with his Panzerfusiliers in case the half-track comes over, but again, don't have to worry. More riflemen being upgraded with the LMG. So again, going to be pretty decent firepower for this blob. Meanwhile, Panzerfusiliers are also getting their upgrades. 3 squads are now fully upgraded. But again, the American infantry have LMGs behind cover. They're going to do a wallop. G43 could hold behind the well, but the half-track there will make him a bit skittish and just get him out of there. Also, howitzers on the field. I cannot, like, say how much value this adds to the overall field. Like, it is super, super good. Like, overall, it's pretty dang effective. Meanwhile, infantry is pushing against the Panzerfusiliers. Cannon Woofers coming on in at the wrong time. Yes, let's bring in our very vulnerable AT gun when the enemy has most of its riflemen and infantry right there. So, yeah. Ponce Fusiliers are moving on in. 2 against 1? Sure. But against everything else, maybe not. And they are picking off the American infantry very quickly. 13 kills, respectively 14 kills. I think it's 2, right? 13. Yeah, they're just so close. I thought I was looking at the same one over and over again. So really, it's up... Alright, the American has yet to get a major, correct? Yes, major has not been chosen yet. So right now, it's still close on who's going to armor. I would say the American, aka Theo, is closer to getting fuel. Getting enough fuel for that Sherman. But we'll see. Ponce Fusiliers are moving on in. Love the infantry game we're seeing right now. No MGs, no... I mean, like, we have a howitzer, but it hasn't really done too much of an impact, I would say. So, yeah, it's close. Again, great shots right there. A half-track coming on in, trying to cause some suppression on them. Body flying, Canwiffer coming on in to help with against the half-track. It's still neck and neck. VP-wise, unfortunately, Happycat is on the back foot. But I'll give credit. He's absolutely upgraded his men and gave Theos a heck of a whopping. Like, he's done a really good job. Oh my god, did I say whopping? Whooping. Jesus. I cannot talk today. Howitzer opening fire, but again, the Panzer Fusiliers are doing exactly what they need to. They're holding the line and grabbing more territory to try to keep this game competitive for Happycat. The problem is right now on the infantry. Infantry are doing their best to hold. The Canwiffer pulling on back. And Panzer Fusiliers are being lit upon by the riflemen. But actually, well, no, actually they're out of range. Oh, now they're in range. Now they're in range. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yep, that's the power of the LMGs. Holy mackerel. Those are packing a wallop. Let's see, is 1, 2 squads with the LMGs. And then any bars. I don't see a bar, so no, not right now. LMG continuing to push back the Panzer Fusiliers. Again, Happycat has plenty of manpower. I'm curious to see what he brings out next. He's trying to grab the fuel on the other side. Looks like he'll manage to grab it. So at least he'll get something. Theo did get a major. Happycat will need a way in order to counter this. Now, and M1's being brought up, so he has AT. He knows there's a chance Happycat could have a armored vehicle of some type, so it's best to get that. We have an MG34, which is good and bad. The MG34 is okay because it does enough damage where at least it can cause a bit of suppression. The problem is, that's if the unit is not an upgraded rifleman with super LMGs and bars just lighting it up. Possibly. Especially if the unit's in better cover or comes in from the flank. But hold on, we could see a pick. Oh, good save by the half-track suppressing the unit, so you're not going to get as many hits and no pick for him. American force opening fire. MG being brought up. Americans trying to take out the Sturm, but the captain now has to pull back, so that will not happen. Now, Sturm does pull back. MG will suppress, or try to suppress the rifleman, but alas, he's like, nope, this is a losing battle. I'm going to pull back, and a big win for Happycat, taking over the entirety of the left side. Happycat does, well, unfortunately lose the right-hand side, but at the very least, he's still keeping his resources, so good job for Theo. Panzer Fusiliers just causing havoc for the support equipment. Riflemen, though, pretty dang close. And yeah, gonna shred those Panzer Fusiliers, which are Vet 3, by the way. Really solid. American infantry literally neck and neck with these forces, although the captain's pretty far off, but still mid-teens. Panzer Fusiliers are in the mid-teens. Still really good. A half-track also in the teens, pushing back the squad and allowing the riflemen to easily push up on the left without really much to say about it. MG in a bit of a pickle. Because again, the rifleman squad, while they take the point and may they get suppression bursts off on him, the squad could move around. And yeah, it's not looking great. Right now on the far left, trying to cap that point. So Theo's trying to make sure this is doesn't get turned against him like a previous game. Panzerfusilier's moving back in. Again, solid work with them. But he just needs like something killing blow. Maybe a support gun would be effective? Like, again, I know the enemy has a howitzer, but you could still get a great shot against some of those riflemen. But now we have an issue with a Sherman being brought to the table, and that is going to cause some issues. Smoke was dropped somewhere. Oh, it was dropped over on the right, so the Sturms could grab the point. Canwiffer opens fire, gets a hit through the bush. Good ground fire shot. Panzerfusilier's trying to pick off the rifleman. And they might now... Yeah, they got one model. Now they're focusing on the other infantry. Who wins? It does suck the Americans don't have grenades. Germans don't have that issue. They're going to kill a model here, cause some health damage there, and force the squads back, allowing this Panzerfusilier to get up to Veteran C4. Canwiffer, though, now has 2 armored vehicles to worry about, and a major with an LMG. Sure, why not? Lucky for Theo, it looks like the Canwiffer wasn't able to connect that shot. So, overall, not too bad. Sturm squad gonna hide behind the cover. Echelon, hopefully they can take this fuel. Which, again, Theo's about to lose the fuel, which is good why he probably wants to take it. It looks like there was a shot either from an AT grenade or... Yep, AT grenade on the Sherman. Unfortunately, there's so many men here. By God, this is where like, I know it's a 1v1 game, but still, seriously, look at that artillery potential. Like, so good. Another Panzerfusilier squad up to Veteran C4. Canwiffer gets a great shot, but needs to get the hell out of there before the riflemen mow them down. We have a second Canwiffer, which I think is the best situation for Happycat. Oh, no. I don't think Happycat... No, thank God. Alright, he's going with the Panzer IV. I just saw him like, he wouldn't go with a Tiger now, would he? He wouldn't go with a Tiger. I mean, to be fair, like, I'm not saying a Tiger is a bad idea once well supported by really solid infantry and great AT defenses. Not at all. It's just I can't think of a situation where Happycat is able to keep holding on to the fuel so consistently to allow him to get a Panther within a decent timetable. Huh. Now, I could be wrong on this, but I believe the whole thing with the Master League patch was the fact that plane crashes didn't kill infantry anymore. I could be wrong. I distinctly remember plane crashes not being able to kill infantry. So, that's a kinda hilarious. Happycat is able to receive a gift from God and destroy the enemy forces. Theo cannot be happy about that. Especially because that was most likely shot down from his AA half-track. Like, he caused his own unit's death. That's kinda hilarious in my eyes. He does get another rifleman squad. He will up it very easily. But still, like, God damn it, that's funny. Alright, so Happycat was able to get the RNG gods to meddle in the affairs of on the battlefield, and was able to get the first kill of the game. Again, really happy that Happycat was able to do that. I know it's shocking, but it happens. Sometimes you get some help in these 1v1 games where you least expect it. Panzer IV now opening fire on Theo's infantry. Again, cover should protect them for a time. M1 is on the field and in range. Just the high wall is not helping, but he does connect at least one shot. Second shot doesn't fire. Or sorry, third shot. Panzerfusiliers throw a grenade. Gets a decent amount of health damage. Might be able to get another model. Nope, not able to. Vet 5 though. Oh, solid there. Another Vet 5 Panzerfusilier squad as well. Panzer IV trying to do what it can away from the M1 and the Sherman. Major artillery coming down. Doing a little damage and brings down the house. But, yeah, the MG already was far enough away. Didn't really have to worry. MG opening fire on the captain with the Panzer IV should suppress. The M1 might make its way along with the Sherman, which looks like, yep, is now fully healed, along with the half-track. Luckily, the American forces behind the cover are still holding pretty firmly. Canwiffer is on the front, Veteran C2. again, needs to worry about this A half track and a direct fire. And again, direct fire shot would take care of it. Panzer Fusiliers are holding on to the point. Lots of infantry, though, moving on in. Another smoke. Surprised he didn't come in the other way for the plane to crash. Just crashes in the middle of the lake. Cool. A lot of infantry fighting in the smoke. American forces will probably prevail because they have the Sherman backing them up. And the Sherman has explosive rounds, so yeah, it's going to do quite a bit. Like the smoke is doing to my FPS counter right now. Anyway, Panzer IV opening fire on the rifleman. Again, if you get another good wipe, that would be amazing. Again, I don't think the Panzer IV can really do that against these troops since they're spread out. Sherman armor-piercing rounds have been loaded, hitting the Panzer IV. And now we're in a situation where a T-grenade plus a Sherman equals death for the Panzer IV. A T-grenade does hit. He doesn't chase, though. And again, Canwurfers are close by, so maybe that's the reason. But another, again, couple rounds, and you can absolutely do so. So very surprised by that. Major chilling on the point. Again, if he had grenades, which he does not, he can drop smoke. But he doesn't, so I guess we can't really bring that up. Captain being suppressed. Sherman just chilling. Yeah, just chilling, all things considered. MG moving on in, again, with the Panzer Fusiliers. For Canmurphers as well, moving on in. And, yes, still, we haven't had another good... Wait, no, we had a wipe? I think... No, we haven't. I'm sorry. I was like, wait, did we? No, it was the new rifleman. Yeah, because otherwise they've just lost one. Like, I'm not missing something. Nope, Germans haven't lost anything. Yet. Don't make me regret that. Howitzer shot can really change things. Yeah, one rifleman. I'm not mistaken. Whew. Great howitzer shot on the MG, though. Another just battle of the infantry. Panzer Fusiliers, again, holding their own right now. But again, VP-wise, it's still leading toward Theo, which is being hit by a double Rakenwerfer burst and forcing that Sherman back. Infantry is advancing. A T-grenade not fired against the half-track. Against, I guess, you don't see a point. Makes sense. Don't waste munitions if you don't need to, especially with Happycat having so low. Armors at commission. A T-gun opening fire. Panzer IV attacking as well. Should be able to kill the A half-track if they connect. Connects. Oh my god, it lived. It's alive. You know what? Theo needs some help to keep himself in the game. Rakenwerfer's opening fire on the Sherman, which is quite funny in my eyes. American infantry needs actually some fire support. Something. Oh my god, Jackson being pushed back too. Sherman got back in and then pulled back. Rakenwerfer's trying to get a kill. Oh, they could hit the ambulance if they could. There we go. Ambulance will die. Holy god, Theo might actually be beaten here. Which, again, would be... Wow, okay. Would not expect that, especially off the firepower that the riflemen have been given off. But maybe I'm wrong, because, yeah, kill count-wise, I mean, there's a dead rifleman for sure. But Panzer Fusiliers seem to be definitely hitting above the... Well, mostly. 6 kills. Brothers, like, I have 22. Beat that, I have 28. Come on, get on my level. Howitzer has 6 kills. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, VP-wise, it's still not looking great for Happycat. He's still losing that, even though it might have just pushed Theo back to his base. Like, it doesn't matter if you're still losing the VP war. Like, if it took all your infantry to take that, it's not gonna help. It's just not helping. Anyway, looks like Rerschland's got pushed back by the Sturm, which we haven't talked about, but just been chilling. We're slowly getting more munitions. MG's there, but it has to watch out for the Howitzer. Panzer IV. Again, still doing pretty well. And again, Panzer Commander ability unlocked on him. So, no pistol machine gun. What we're going to see is him calling artillery on enemy positions, which is very, very good. Yeah, but overall, solid plays on both sides. Again, it's going to be a situation where we're going to have to see how things really go for both, I would say. And I'm being 100% honest because it's really, I mean, like, The Americans lost some forces, but luckily they had the spare reserves to get more. Luckily, with Happycat's push, he didn't kill anything major. Huntsville Slayers made it back to base. Again, it's really just going to be who's going to have the first decisive blow. Right now, again, it looks like Theo has the better armor. But we could see something here where Kenwerfer's pushing in. A lot of armor clustered. AT grenade as well. If it hit the Sherman, this could be GG. It did hit... No, alright, it hit the Sherman after. Also, it looks like a major artillery saves the Sherman. Wait, was that an actual one? Yep, it was actual artillery. A little friendly fire there, but it's fine. The Kenwerfers make it back to base. Another... Again, we have 2 MGs trying to cover this map. Great shot on the Huntsville Slayer. Sherman could. AT grenade gets a good hit. Explosive rounds. Missed target. So, could be very, very good. Right there. Kenwerfer moving on up. Same with the second one. Great shot on the Huntsville Slayer. MG setting on up. Again, have to worry about the rifleman. Again, while, again, some victory points being turned against Theo, Happycat still down and needs to close that gap soon. Great shot with their Kenwerfers, though, via Happycat pushing back to Jackson. Huntsville Slayers doing pretty well. Panzer IV backing him up, but now Veteran C2 and advancing. Sherman and Jackson need repair, same with the half-track. All being repaired back at base. Again, he's doing the same maneuver, popping a flare based on the ability. Revealing positions right outside the map. Hoping the Kenwerfers, oh my god, flying body, doing a T-pose. Hoping to get a kill. But, unfortunately, again, Theo sees this and is now trying to counter him. Great maneuver here. Suppression to kill the suppressing infantry, so that way the AT guns were at risk. Luckily, Happycat saw this and retreated, but still very close, all things considered, with how things are going. But, if I had to guess, Happycat has not gotten himself a Panther, and he could have for a little while now. I wonder if he's saving up for a Tiger. I truly do. Are we gonna see another Tiger tank in this? Like, really? 2 Tigers? I'm happy. I've also seen some other heavy armored vehicles in these tournaments, so it's not that surprising. But I do find it interesting that will we see a Tiger? Hopefully, it's a Panther, because I feel like that would make a little more sense than a Tiger. But we'll have to see. Oh my god. Oh my god, that poor man, that poor captain. I don't know why he's so spread out. But still. Panzer IV getting some shots on the infantry. We got the armor moving on in. Oh my god, Panzer IV in a bad position right now. Luckily using smoke to his advantage. And again, infantry pushing on in, trying to drive the AT gun, kill it, hopefully. And again, looks like they might be able to do that. Huntsville Slayers and Eastern Pioneer Squad kills the AT gun, but okay, decrews it, doesn't kill it. They still have to worry about this unit. AT guns opening fire. Get some great shots. We got recon overhead. Again, revealing that Sherman. Pushing up once again. Happycat, I don't know how many times you can do it. Especially with the Major right there, you can always call down some fake artillery. Major might die though. Huntsville Slayers could get the pick. That would be a nice little win. Nice little win if they kill the Major. No, unable to. Suppression being caused. Major escapes. For Kenwerfer under fire from the Howitzer. Now Vet 3. And again, get some really good abilities with more veterancy. So gotta hand up to it. Rifleman now fighting the Huntsville Slayers. Now all Vet 5. Jesus, 1 Vet 4, but very close. I love it has 8 kills, and these guys have like 30 and 16. It's like, anyway. Might be able to get a pick here off Theo. He's not paying attention, and that's the first major actual pick. It's funny because the Rifleman died like right here with the plane crash. But like, that's seriously like the first major pick I think I've seen, right? Like, I'm not wrong in saying that. I don't think I'm wrong with saying that. That's the first major pick we've seen that's not based on a plane crash, which I swear I thought wasn't, that could be possible in this tournament, but I guess it is. Jackson trying to kill the MG. That's a nice pick on Happycat. Hold on, can we pick the Huntsville Slayer squad? We might be able, oh my god, if the Major picks that off. Sweet revenge. They're still trying to kill it. Huntsville Steelers might be able to pick it up in time. Actually, Jackson focusing on the Panzer IV. Gets a hit. Huntsville Steelers moving on in. AT guns are slowly moving up. Again, Vet 3 and 4 respectively, so they will pack a wall up. Again, infantry are pulled back. Theo does have enough for infantry. More infantry, I should say. But still, it'd be very close. Sherman taking a number of hits. For Kenworthers, again, Vet 4, almost Vet 5. There's Vet 5. And the armor's pushed back once again. Got to get up to the Kenworthers, doing such an incredible job at keeping that armor back. And Happycat for keeping the drive against Theo's base. But got to give it to Theo right now, even though with all the drives against him, he's still consistently, like, able to move in and retake mid. Or hold it for a decent amount of time. Even if it's decrewed, still, the fact that it's almost 150 point difference, got to give it up. Smoke, pretty much stopping any outside interference. Well, mostly. Howitzer can still do some damage. And yep, that would have probably done something if he would have stayed there. So yeah, right now we have Huntsville Steelers doing what they can. They're trying to hold on to this point. Kenworthers moving on in again, cover the infantry. None of the units have died except for that MG. Again, armor-wise, we have 300 fuel, so I think Happycat's just trying to keep up with his losses of his infantry. And he just doesn't have the time to not engage, not lose men in order to get something. I think he'll probably go for the Panther just because I don't think he can save 2 minutes worth of manpower with the losses he's been taking. Like, I just don't see it. Also, Happycat, munition-wise, is not looking great. Of all things, we got ourselves a priest. Okay, sure. I mean, it's going to barrage the area, and that will definitely hurt anything that comes in there. Panzer IV gets a beautiful shot against the Rifleman squad. Kenworth does manage to escape. Again, excellent shots. Vet 3, Sturm Pioneers coming on in. No mechanized building, so it has to repair via the Sturm. So that critted engine, yeah, that's going to be very bad for it if he doesn't get some support. For Kenworth, though, moving on in, it's Vet 4, so it can do quite a bit. Huntsville still right there. This is bad. This is bad. So bad. Come on. Stop it. Pen, AT grenade. One last shot. Vet 4, you can do it. Up. It's a bit of a mixed bag. Both sides lost their armor. The problem is Happycat doesn't have any more armor. Theo still has 3 pieces of armor. Although he did lose another Rifleman squad in that bloody mess of a battle. So, I guess I would still say Happycat. Let me think about this for a second. Yeah, Happycat still probably won that because we have our Rifleman squad and a Jackson, and then the other side is a Sherman. Sorry, not Sherman, a Panzer IV. So yeah, it's definitely leaning more toward a Happycat win, unless something else happens. Right now, this MG's a little overextended. Major having 7 kills, which is astonishing in my opinion. Pushing back the MG, high explosive rounds doing quite a bit. Again, probably going to need another Rifleman squad, but I don't know what Theo's thinking right now. Because we have the Sherman, which is, like, there's nothing competing. Okay, yeah, he's saving up for the Tiger. Happycat is like, I remember last game, I can get a Tiger and show you how good it is. Okay. Meanwhile, Huntsville Slayer is just slowly wearing and tearing down that Major, trying to kill it, but no dice. But low on munitions, so don't expect a Sherman to be AT grenaded anytime soon.
Tiger tank is ready for action.
Yeah, now we have a Tiger on the field. So, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Jackson's gone, so the Sherman is definitely at a disadvantage against it. And the AT gun was killed, or decrewed. Was it killed? Yes, it was killed. I think it was decrewed in this area. Oh, yep, there it is. I was like, I knew it was somewhere. So yeah, they killed it. So yeah, the American doesn't have a great method for long-range AT against the Tiger. Sure, you could say the Priest, 100%. The Priest is a good heavy armored counter, if especially if the Tiger's sticking to one area or just an area of denial. Someone might take long range and crucify me for not saying a Priest. But like a Sherman, even though it's Vet 3, this would be like a hell of a Sherman. This would have to be a Fury Sherman in order to take on that Tiger. But he's attempting it. Gets a pen. Fortunately, not by itself kill a Tiger. Gonna back on up. Tiger is giving chase, aka just doesn't care. Opening fire doesn't do too much. Jackson is being developed. Happycat could deploy more armor very soon if he can keep this manpower up. You can easily deploy a Panther or a Panzer IV. I would see a Panther because there's like good amount of armor that needs to die, and the Tiger can deal with both pretty well. Again, good hold by Happycat on the VP. So at the very least, he's bringing down Theo. Problem is, remember when I said it was 150 points down? It was like really 140. Yeah, they're still 150 points away. Like, in the meantime, Theo pushed down Happycat. So, yeah. Was it Recon? Yes, Flare went out, I am assuming, in the sector, or a sector. Hold on. Okay, yep, you can see. There it is. So we can see the armor and everything in play. Also, the Priest is revealing itself with the fire. Which, where's it hitting? The Tiger. Okay, yeah, so it's stopping the repairs. Good use of artillery. Forcing it back. And also hitting other things in the region. Mercat Warfare's opening fire, though. Sherman not expecting that. Not able to get a second shot even at the tail end of their range. Fusiliers moving on in. Trying to hold. Again, resource-wise, it's dead even. Population-wise, the American, aka Theo, has a small advantage. I would say so. I would easily say Theo's an advantage right now with population. But the only is what's better, Fusiliers and a Tiger, or a Jackson Priest half-track combo with basic frontline infantry, and actually a more sporadic major and other things, re-echelon, howitzer. And I guess you have to add in the Recadwarfers as well. So, right now, a bit of a situation where the Tiger is pulling on back, needs a little repair. But again, Jackson's on the field, so they have that effective long range. Alright, a Captain taking over the point on the left. Meanwhile, MG is gonna try to take mid. Half tracks there, Howitzer's opening fire. Ruffman pushing in with very little men. He's getting another Sherman. So he's really trying to do this armor game. I love how like it's half and half. But that could work. Recadwarfers are very strong. That Fury tank I mentioned, hold on, artillery's coming in. It's a time on target. It's not a major, it's a heavy one. If he doesn't move his men, he's gonna lose quite a bit. Tiger's giving chase, kills the Sherman. And unfortunately, time on target doesn't look like it did all that much. A little damage, but overall, fine. Tiger tank pulling on back. Sherman's gonna come into an army that's a bit on the back foot right now. Although, again, great decap here. Again, putting more pressure on Happycat where Theo can. Great shot against the... Well, decent shot against the Captain. Health is quite low. AT gun could hit the half-track again, but out of range. Great shot with the artillery. Oh! That's what he needed! Alright, so Howitzer Priest combo. There you go, guys. Alright, 19 kills with the Priest. 4 with the Priest. 9 with the Howitzer. Got the Fusilier. And that's a huge win because that stops Happycat from deploying any more armor. Theo is... Okay, so again, if we look here, Theo has done a really good job of getting more Shermans or replenishing, like having that extra manpower. And I think it's because the Fusiliers, while they're holding decently, or like faring quite well, I think they're overall still losing more manpower, like considerably. Alright, Tiger's being dunked on. Recadwarfer, though, is on standby. Very low on health for this Tiger. He needs a turn. And I mean the AT gun. Oh, there it goes. Might be able to get the Sherman. Does. Needs to get the other one. If he gets a Jackson and the Sherman, that could still be a win for Theo and Happycat, because both sides would at least neutralize almost the equivalent of armor and such. Now needs a shot on target. Fire, 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 fire. Not able to fire. And the Jackson lives. We did lose a major, which is a little bit of a loss. But I would be fair to say most people would be like, all right, major and a Sherman or a Tiger. Which would you be fine to lose? I feel like people are like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, the American forces, not the Tiger. That's way more expensive. Did you just pick up the... Okay. Sure. Anyway, whatever. Rakenwerfer opening fire. Pushing back. Oh, kills the half-track. That's a nice little win. Alright, Vet 5. Gotta watch out for those Rakenwerfers. And again, Pens Fusiliers. He's still overall down with his frontline infantry, but so now is Theo. It is literally neck and neck. Sherman coming on in. We still have the Jackson on the field. So at the very least, Theo has a good way to counteract armor. The problem is, right now, he's entirely dealing with infantry. And now we have a Panzer IV. I don't think that's a good idea. And again, my criticism is not the fact I don't think a Panzer IV is useful. I think 100% is. My criticism... Oh, by the way, time on target. So, I don't think he realizes it. Well, here lies the dead Vet 5 Rakenwerfer. Oh, are we going to see a dead Rifleman too? Oh my god, we might. He's super low. 33 kills and is not able to do it. Okay. Now I think Happycat's on the back foot. Absolutely. He lost his Vet 5 Rakenwerfer. That was his ace. That was his thing to keep back the American armor. If he had both, I could easily see him holding. Now he's getting a Panzer IV, which can be... And again, I know people might judge me on this, but I feel like the Panzer IV and the Sherman are relatively equal. Some people might say this version of the Panzer IV is slightly better. I think the Sherman can still go toe-to-toe with it, all things considered. The big thing about it, though, is that Jackson tips the scale in the USF's favor. So, if the Americans have a nutcracker, essentially, to take out this Panzer IV, and he now only has one AT gun. To be fair, he has only 2 armored vehicles rather than how many he had before, and he's dealing with way less infantry, but so too is Happycat. Happycat has way less vetted infantry. So it's really a neck and neck and see who can kill what faster. Nice Rakenwerfer shot. AT grenade is not able to fire because he doesn't have the munitions for it. Theo he used a lot of his munitions, so again, burning through it quite a bit. Rakenwerfer trying to do something here, but the American infantry is just stopping him from advancing any more forward. Nice shot with the artillery, tried to neutralize it, however, not enough. Although, again, great shot against the MG as well, forcing it back. Panzer IV is going to need to pull back. There's if he pushes up now, he's dumb. Like, I'm sorry, I'm being honest, Happycat. You know he's a Jackson, his Sherman, everything else. And you don't want to get close enough for an AT grenade to hit you. Also, got to give it up to 43 kills. Like, seriously, holy mackerel, Rifleman. Doing so well. 35 kills. 12 for the Sterns, but still, they're doing work. But once again, Theo will take mid. And right now, that's great for him because he literally leads the VPs 2-1. There's a man here trying to escape. I just want to note that. He's doing his best to hold off the Sherman, but alas, having a really rough time. The Sherman has him in a bit of a chokehold right there, but you know, who knows? Maybe that squad member can turn the tide. Probably not. Panzer IV opening fire against the captain, destroying architecture rather than the captain. Again, Theo's getting rather close to getting another Sherman. Would he get another? I think he would get another Sherman. He knows he killed a Rakenwerfer. Now we're getting another Panzer IV. I could see maybe double Panzer IV winning this if they had the heat rounds. That could really tip the scale and help them do way more damage than the Jackson in a short period of time. However, with its current salvo, unless he does smoke and to get some great direct fire shots through it. Although, great shot. Can he kill the American infantry? Fusilier, if he could move up to intercept. Nope. That would have been a nice kill right there against the Rifleman. Very good shot with the Panzer IV. Very lucky shot, but still. Camera opening fire. Again, flare, revealing it. That's why I'm like, maybe it was doing a flare. That's why I couldn't shoot it. Great shot with the Rakenwerfer, though. Pushes back the armor. Smoke coming down to stop view, but he's just moving on up. Plenty of infantry to cover. Priest is open to fire, so he could position it to deal with this infantry push or target the Rakenwerfer. Again, smoke coming in again. Again, they're going to take mid at the very least. Panzer IV. He's moving up. I don't think pushing is a smart move because the Jackson's still there. And now he has 2 Shermans. So he absolutely... Oh, he's advancing. Oh, no. He might be trying to go for a kill, but there's too much firepower right now. Way too much. Rakenwerfer is still trying to help. Might get a kill on the Jackson if it connects. But I think he's busy with the other Sherman. And the other Sherman is just going in the back. Panzer IV diving, hits the priest. You need to kill the stuff. There we go. Alright. Now you need to kill all this. You still have the Sherman in the back, killing the Fed 5 Raketenwerfer. Panzer IV goes down to this, although AT grenade could neutralize it. Priest and Jackson goes down. Panzer IV now needs one last shot, although there's still a great Sherman moving around. And another one. Again, this is where you need to move that Panzer Fusilier squad. Oh, he's trying to get the Raketenwerfer. But the American infantry is moving on in, man. Panzer IV somehow surviving. I have no idea how. Well, not too long. Sherman's probably going to make it back to base. Raketenwerfer trying to fire that shot, but unable to. The infantry is just absolutely mowing down Happycat. And this was Happycat's, like, big maneuver, I think. But he probably would have won that if it wasn't for this Sherman. If the other Sherman wasn't in tow, Happycat probably would have won that battle definitively. But unfortunately, we lost the Raketenwerfer, right? Okay, so that's gone. We lost the Raketenwerfer. We lost 2 Panzer IVs. We didn't lose any other Panzer Fusiliers, which is good. But losing the Panzer IVs is a major loss. On the flip side, Theo lost a Jackson, a Priest, and I love this man crawling outside the bunker like, is it over? An ambulance, a Priest, and a Jackson. That's a huge amount of fuel and manpower down the drain for Theo, and he has to now get an ambulance. But he still has a Sherman. And he still has 1, 2, 3 good infantry squads, and he has a howitzer, and he has now a Raketenwerfer. Like, he has a good amount of stuff, which keeps him just above Happycat. And that's unfortunate for Happycat, because Happycat can't take that. He also switched over to a Panzer IV. Happycat can't be on the back foot. He needed to be... he needed to win. He needed to decisively defeat his opponent, because he needs mid. He can't keep doing these trades. I also love this with a bar. Just... why not? Oh, sorry, LMG. No, it's a... wait, no, that's a bar. I'm sorry. I was like, look, wait, no, it's LMG. Jesus Christ, I don't even know what I'm doing. It's an LMG. Anyway, point is, he couldn't afford to do all that and not defeat all the armor. And now there's still armor, which makes any attempt to just send a unit by itself pretty bad for him. Panzer IV, though, is on the field, and the infantry is doing what they can. Again, I gotta admit, he probably is enjoying that additional American equipment. Howitzer, though, is probably going to play a big part, and he can white phosphorus the retreat if he really thinks he can try to kill him with something. Anyway, great shots on the howitzer, though. Again, they're just replenishing in their base. He's trying to keep them back. Meanwhile, spare units just holding it on the grabbing the other point. Panzer IV pushing on in, gets a lucky rear armor shot from the front. Oh my God, you turned to get a rear armor shot there. Infantry, oh my God, so many American forces fell right there. But they held strong. It was only 2 units. It was 2 versus 3, and then the howitzer coming in. Alright, so Theo's kind of just replenishing his men for the most part. Panzer IV pushed back the captain. VP-wise, it's still very close. All things considered. American infantry going in for this capture point. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Still very close. VP-wise, not so much, but at least what's on the field. Getting another MG to hold off the infantry. Panzer IV having a bad day, unable to pen that Sherman. Again, oh my God, Sherman just having a fun time dealing with that Panzer IV. Finally a good hit by the Panzer IV. And we got PyroShark. I didn't expect that, honestly, but hey, good shot. And now he's going to heal. Infantry's taking mid, but the howitzer might cause some issues. Again, very close game. Seriously, both competitors really trying to just... I love how it's so close as they drive each other down. But there's a problem. Theo's getting himself another Panzer IV, and Happycat does not have the resources to do the same. Now, luckily, he's not going to lose any manpower, so I think the next best thing for him to get is a Raketenwerfer. Like, he needs another form of AT. And I think he knows that, which hopefully he gets it. But, like, if I'm looking at this game right now, if Happycat thinks, oh, I'm just going to dive my Panzer IV and go kill his Sherman, because I outnumber him, he's about to come in literally at the worst time. Because Happycat will be just overwhelmed by double Shermans. Like, he might get some good pens. But overall, it's going to be a 2v1 on the Sherman front. And it's not going to be good. He is getting the Reckanwerfer. Maybe a mine. No, they just minesweepers. Never mind. He has the VPs again. But again, we have like a 160-point lead to Theo. I love it. He's like, just destroy all the wreckage. Who cares about the bodies? Just remove all the wrecks. Can't let the OKW get it. Sir, it's in the base. They would never get it. Still, we can't let them get it. Reckanwerfer gets a good shot on the Panzer IV. Panzerfusiliers and stuff opening fire. Doing what they can. Sherman coming in again. There's too many Shermans. Too many angles. Again, I'm surprised the Panzerfusiliers are doing so well. But again, they're Vet 5. It's at this point, it's kind of expected that they're going to perform so well. MG trying to hold a Reckanwerfer, keeping the Panzer IV at bay. Panzerfusiliers pushing back the Riflemen, but again, need to hold back the Sherman. Luckily, Reckanwerfer's there. Panzer IV needs to maybe pull back. Instead, he's going around. Luckily, Reckanwerfer does drive off the Sherman. He's going to try to go in to kill the Panzer IV is trying to go in and kill the Sherman. Get some great shots. Again, another shot. Unable to do so. Both Shermans are injured. Same thing with the Panzer IV, but less so. Echelon's though taking the point. Panzerfusiliers are back. Again, Happycat's nowhere near armor. I can't not talk today, but Theo is very, very close. Again, maybe a good wipe here could be a nice little lead. Cure the Echelon, allow for more mines. Time on target's coming into effect. I don't know if he thinks it's a... Well, no, the Major's dead, so obviously it's time on target. Which is keeping him off the point. Which is keeping the points for Happycat at a good old 69. Rather than... well, Theo losing points or Happycat losing points. Because you can't exactly go on when your own artillery's hitting the map. Otherwise, your own units could perish. Alright, so now we're in a bit of a holding pattern. Again, we could get another Panzer IV. We could. I don't think that would be the best idea. Right now, again, Theo has a small lead, but one mistake could throw him the game and allow Happycat to clinch this. Come on. Panzerfusiliers opening fire. But one unit's pushed back, 2 more frontline units to go. MG suppressing them. Sherman on standby. Reckanwerfer is moving up, but though very weak. I love the Reckanwerfers on each side. Oh no! He's just targeting it. That was a really bad maneuver. Okay, and I say that because again, you need to make sure it's covered because now the Shermans have a little more viability. Panzer IV moving on in, Vet 2 versus a Sherman, Vet 2. Again, FAT. Again, probably will get another shot off for both, but I don't think it'll kill it. Unless he dives into the base, which could risk being hit by the Reckanwerfer and AT. Again, realizing this, it does bounce. Lucky bounce pulls back. Sherman pulls back. Again, also, he can encircle him. So, yeah, good thing the Panzer IV pulled back. Though, Echelon, I love it, taking the point. Because why not? I'm actually surprised he hasn't given the rear Echelon a bazooka. Or bazooka team. To deal with help fight the Panzer IV. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, so far, yet to see any additional unit deployed. I'm assuming another Panzer IV is about to make its way onto the battlefield, and there we go. But I would say at the same time, Theo is probably very close to getting a third Sherman, which again is just keeping the Germans at a disadvantage for armor and allowing the Americans to have just one advantage. It's still super close. And Happycat's barely holding on. Nice shot with Reckanwerfer. Again, bring in Theo at 200 points. Oh, no, not even 201. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to get that. Jackson being deployed now. That's bad. Reckanwerfer being hit by the captain. I don't know if he notices or cares. Smoke being deployed, so he's busy with something else. You know, he just was focused elsewhere. Great shot by the Sherman. Now no more AT, which again, very bad. Sherman, Panzer IV diving. AT grenades being shot at. Not enough, though, to cripple it. But still. Driving him back. Great shot against the target. Great shots with double Sherman against the Punzful Slayers. Losing a lot of men. Gonna cost a lot of manpower to get all these infantry back up to the front. And once again, Theo holds the advantage by getting himself a Jackson. Has enough firepower to easily deal with the armor now. Double Sherman backed up by a Jackson. His best shot is if he can get a kill off one of the Shermans before they can react. But that miss is not helping. Jackson comes in. Again, they could chase. I can absolutely see a chase happen. For Canwa for those on standby. So it looks like Theo won't take the bait. Oh, maybe he will. He's on the outskirts, but he's bringing in infantry. We have a smoke coming on in. Maybe to focus on the Sherman? Or maybe pick off the infantry. I'm not entirely sure. There's still an MG kind of guarding the side, but no longer is an MG guarding mid. So again, Theo can move on in. Still has time on target. Although more munitions is going to Happycat, which has a decent amount now. Panzer IV doing its best to help mid, and looks like with it, they should be able to fight off the riflemen. Oh, wait, nope. Sherman comes in saying, ah, that's funny. And, yeah, this Punzful Slayer squad could die. Barely makes it out. You have additional... Oh, my God. Moving in infantry that are not up to par yet. Okay, there's another German, this time going headfirst into the Sherman to try to stop him. I don't think that's working, buddy. Time on target coming on in. Again, might lose the unit here. Just run. Just run. Just run. There, he's going to lose it. How did you not lose that unit? How, okay, there we go. Captain kills it. I was going to say, that the fact time on target came down and it didn't die is shocking to me. But slowly they're being picked off. I think the front is about to collapse. Yep, we have a dive. Sherman pushing on in. Maybe not. Canwa also got pushed back, so less AT. Trying to get the kill, but the other Sherman comes on in with Jackson providing fire support. The other Panzer IV pulls back. Vet 3 Sherman doing what it can. Sorry, Vet 3 Panzer IV does get killed by the Jackson, and that is GG for Happycat. Happycat surrenders, and Theo edges out a win after an hour-long game. Hot damn. What a game. What a solid game. An hour-long cluster of a game with both sides taking almost equal losses throughout, but Theo just barely keeping it together, even though it looked like he lost a lot more. Just barely keeping enough reserves and other units just to keep that one extra Sherman ahead. Just one extra Sherman, I truly believe, is what set this apart from Happycat winning and taking it. Oh, what a game. What a game. Damage-wise, 77,000, 87,000, both did really well. Kill-wise, both did extremely well. Although Happycat, you can see here, definitely taking more overall losses, all things considered. Kill-wise, again, Punzful Slayers. I wish I could see the kill count on those because I would love to compare them against the Rifleman counterparts. At the very least, I can see the damage inflicted. And overall, I would say they did, what, about 23,000 damage? Okay. Meanwhile, Theo took, let's see, again, combined with the captain, because again, the captain was taking part. Wow, it was very close with the infantry damage, actually. Very close. 6,000, 6,000. So added just these two, plus it would be literally on par. But then you add then the vehicle damage, and the rifleman just did a bit more, just ever so slightly more. Then of course the major and of course the howitzer really coming to its own with a lot of damage right there, doing quite a bit. Where Happycat on the other side, Sturms did quite a bit, and MG did quite a bit, but nothing like it's so close. But the American still keeps it ahead. The Verkan Warfers, Jesus Christ, like that's the real thing that sealed the deal. Like the Verkan Warfers kept him in the game, wasn't even close. So very, very cool to see. Anyway, awesome games. Seriously, guys, both guys did very well. But now it's 1-1. Happycat and Theo now move up to the next game. Let's see how round 3 does for both sides and see if maybe exhaustion plays a part, or maybe, just maybe, we get another climactic game. But who knows? Let's check out. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot117 here, and we're doing another series of games. This time it's Happycat and Theodosios. Currently, we have Happycat playing as the Soviets and Theodosios as the OKW. Interesting setup indeed. Especially with an early Kubel. Alrighty. I like this. Happycat going with a conscript build. And no counterattack. I'm a little disappointed in that. No counterattack indeed. So anyway, right now we'll see how they do on a melee fields. A little different from the previous games that we've been casting and doing. But hey, we'll see how things progress and how things go, shall we? Anyway, if you want to support the Master League, please do so via the Patreon, or you want to support individual content creators, you absolutely can do that. Simply go to their respective channels, such as Helping Hans, AE, Tightrope, again, tons of content creators like Angry Dutchman, Alvadi, etc., and go support them. Seriously, it really does lighten up the spirits when everyone sees the community in action, helping each other out, and watching each other's stuff. It really does. So anyway, let's get into it, shall we? We got Happycat just grabbing territory with the Soviet forces, pushing a bit more on the right, with 3 conscripts now being built. Meanwhile, we have Stern Pioneers trying to, I guess, make some barbed wire, block some incoming forces from coming on in to grab the point, or at least make it more difficult for them. Kubel looks like going to engage some conscripts from behind. Alright, first shots fired by the Kubel. Again, for those who don't know, the Kubel is the most powerful unit in Company of Heroes 2. It is feared among multiple factions, and again, almost certainty to bring victory once deployed. It's really overpowered. Really surprised that the mod team hasn't really fixed the unit, but still, as you can see, it's doing an impressive amount of damage versus the conscripts. Okay, most of the stuff I just said was a lie, except for one. You can figure out which one. Anyway, at the very least, it's capturing the territory and grabbing the VP along with the left and right. So good job with the OKW early push and grabbing a huge amount of territory in a short period of time. The question, though, is really, how is Happycat going to respond? Right now, they have conscripts moving on in. I do find it interesting by how they're moving, because again, it's like, do we fight them or the Kubel? Not sure. Okay, just split up and fight both. Well, doing that, they got a model killed and he just stood out in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, fun fact, they'll stand out in the middle of an open road, otherwise units could die. Anyway, Stern Pioneer being healed up. We're healing up the Kubel. Meanwhile, there's a lot of Soviet forces, so they better do it quick. I think they'll do it just in the nick of time. Get to cover or pull back, that's fine. Not really any cover options back here. That's just me. They can go up and grab the point. We have some mines down, so he has to watch out for that. Kubel's going to try to hold. No kills yet, but still very mobile and can at least try to hold him back. Breaks the fence. All right. Someone could use that for cover. Will do what he can. But again, conscripts in cover are just going to shred that Kubel. Volk squad's coming on in. Again, bad play. Conscripts in cover will just refocus on him and take him out. But good play over here, because again, 2 conscripts versus 2 Volks, and they're cutting off the territory, forcing Happycat into a position where he doesn't want to be in. He absolutely doesn't want to be in this position right now. He's like, God dang it. Why do I, what? It's like, why, I no longer get fuel. He's already not getting the fuel. It's actually cut off here, but he's not getting the fuel. He's not getting his capture point. It's not looking great. Though he's like, yeah, I'll just capture the right-hand side. And yeah, that's what he's doing. Volk squad's got pushed back. Kubel's still not repaired. Stern Pioneers just got healed up. So conscripts and Soviet forces are going to grab a huge portion of territory. But what's this? Volk squad coming in from behind to cut off all those points that Happycat just got for himself. Happycat, by the way, going guard rifle to get up, to get himself heavier infantry. Maybe upgrade his conscripts with PPSHs. Again, lots of good stuff right there. Conscripts, though, will reclaim that territory and get those resources back under his control, so that's good. Conscripts moving on over. Again, engineers weren't able to grab that territory. And again, now Kubel's hitting the conscripts squad. Is he hit from the side? So, yeah, he's hitting it from the side. So I think this would reduce the cover bonus quite a bit, because they hang from the side angle, which is allowing him to do a bit more damage. Conscripts pushing back the Volk squad. Again, might be able to get another model. The question is, on the retreat, going to be pretty low. Yeah, can the Volk squads get another one? Probably not, but still. At least they grabbed the... Oh, no. The cover actually is preventing him from grabbing the territory without him moving over to no cover. Interesting. Half-track's being deployed, so we know he went medical first. Again, trying to heal his men. Good idea for Theo. Again, keep his men in tip-top shape. Meanwhile, Soviet forces are spreading out, trying to get that territory back. And, yep, that'll help grabbing that the cutoff and getting that back under your control. Kubo, 5 kills right now, doing a bit of work, showing that it's not just a unit to be thrown away. It's also not the best, but hey, it's doing its work. It's doing what it needs to, and providing that fire support with the Volk squad, holding back those conscripts, and preventing them from pushing up any further, which is exactly what Theo needs right now. Theo, by the way, has yet to pick a doctrine. Again, I would love Overwatch. Theo, come on. You know what to do. I know Special Operations is, like, I guess, in the tournament sense, a lot of people think it's overpowered and way too good for its own right. But, as a guy who likes Goliaths, I'm just saying, give me a Goliath. And, hey, you still get your Jaeger infantry squad, so you get that too. But anyway, right now, we got the half-track backing up the Volk squad. No AT guns to speak of. Do we have AT grenades? We do. So at least the Soviets have that option against the light vehicles. Oh god, back it up. Just gonna suppress. Volk squad's opening fire. Hitting them and forcing them back. Conscripts lighting them up. And yeah, half-track as well moving on over. And they're going to be pushed back. Volk squads hold the fuel point, and now again, Theo has double fuel. Also, Fallschirmjäger, interesting. Luftwaffe ground forces. So we got Fallschirmjägers on the field, which are very, very good. And again, with their upgraded weapons, they can do very well against all ranges. So it's just something to think of. It's something to take note of. Again, something we'll see how effective this can be. Again, but definitely a good unit to pick for at least the time being. Kubel, by the way, I love it. It's pushing literally right up against the base. The A half-track managed to cause some issues for the conscripts and force them back. They'll decap the point, but still, Happycat's not in the best position right now. Theo's absolutely putting the pedal to the metal against him. Again, we do have an AT gun, so at least he is getting support weaponry out. My only issue is the fact that you got 3 conscript squads, and you picked a doctrine that has guards troops, and you have plenty of munitions. Like, guard troops would be very good with DPs. Like, seriously. Like, not sure what the goal, like, what the idea is here. Kubel's still on standby with 8 kills. Should be able to hold him back, I would assume. Well, maybe not. Maybe throw a fire down. Oh, no. Half-track's there. But AT gun's looking at the Volk squad? Sure. Why not? Maybe focus on this thing. Not this. Not these. Just saying. Maybe that's just me. Nice Molotov, though. Burns the OKW Stern Pioneer squad back. Meanwhile, on the far left, conscript with a engineer squad. Again, like the minesweepers, he knows Theo is putting down all the mines. He's like, nope, not today. I'm making sure I'm all clear and everything's picked on up. Fallschirmjägers, though, are being a real hassle. They are opening fire and holding back those conscripts. Though in good cover, conscripts can hold their own. So it's not a clear fight, like a clear definitive win for the Fallschirmjäger, but still, conscripts holding their own decently well. The problem is that a half-track caused suppression for the conscript squad, and now you have more Volk squads coming in with SG-44s. Luckily, good old Molotov's gonna hopefully burn them alive. Volk squad's just chilling. Gonna die, I believe. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. Really? Really? You didn't get the kill there? I'm actually really surprised by that, but whatever. Conscripts at the very least pushed them back and managed to hold on to the point, which is what they need. On the left-hand side, we have additional cover being placed for the conscripts and, well, positions being taken. So, overall, not a pretty good comeback. And Happycat's actually keeping up with Theo's men. Like, overall, they're still neck and neck. And has actually gone guards. Now, this is hitting the limit of frontline forces. I think 5 is the max you can probably have without impacting your overall manpower to the point where you're constantly reinforcing. But still, we'll see. Kubel coming in from the side once again. Guard troops are holding firm against the hay, but moving over to help. Again, they'll do pretty well. Volk squad's trying to move on up, but guards are in a position now where they're doing quite a bit. A nice Molotov as well. Again, I don't know why Molotovs aren't used more, but by God, Happycat's doing it quite effectively, and he still has a ton of munitions because they're pretty cheap. Kubel's like, I'll take the... Actually, never mind. I won't take the point. Meanwhile, we have a Kenwerfer just chilling in mid. I'm sure that won't come back to bite Theo because, again, one squad infantry could do a lot to that Kenwerfer. Meanwhile, on the right as well, we have Stern Pioneers. A little less worrying because Stern Pioneers can hold their own and cover. They can go mano-a-mano against other forces. Nice grenade forces the conscripts back. Again, bottle grenade as well with those Fallschirmjägers, something to fear. Again, I don't understand why he's not in cover. He's in cover, but it's not showing him his cover. Good grenade, though. Oh, never mind. He thought he was going to retreat. Oh, good shot with the Zis. Can he kill the Fallschirmjäger at least? Come on, they have weaker health. No, he's going to make it back to base. Good run there, sir. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Kubel is charging. This could go very badly. Yep, there it goes. First kill of the game, I believe. That's the first kill, right? The Kubel? So there you go. Happycat drew first blood. I guess. In that way. Even though Theo's literally putting the pressure down and may end up killing that conscript squad. Oh god, he's really close to. Though Vet 2 should help him out a little bit. Conscripts get to a local log and decide to play defense there. A half-track's moving on up, but a T-gun, I think it's just out of range. Nope, now it's in range. Yeah, good plan there. Volk squad trying to flank, but there's still conscripts here. Oh, he throws incendiary on it. And forces them back. So good play right there, good play. Conscripts are moving in. There's a body flapping, I guess, on the hillside. Sure, why not? Fallschirmjägers are back. And, yeah, they're doing quite a bit. Plus, Panzer headquarters is being made. So, this will block this VP and prevent it from being taken, as well as a little bit of this one. More importantly, the cutoff. But the bigger issue is this base being upgraded will allow the Fallschirmjäger to be upgraded with some very, very good infantry, or anti-infantry weapons. So, yeah. Conscript's gonna have to worry. Now, luckily, Happycat is not out of the woods yet. He's upgrading to Tier 3. He is in a fueled upgrade to Tier 4. The problem comes with fuel. He just doesn't have a ton. He needs more. He needs a lot more fuel to keep himself competitive and, well, in this game, overall. But again, I can't say that Theo has a definitive way to kill him. That's the problem. Like, Theo has a good amount of men himself, but it's not gonna be, like, a clear win. At least from my eyes. So, what's going to happen here? Well, conscripts and guards troops are going to push back the Fallschirmjägers. They're out of cover. They have no good, again, versing infantry with very long-range rifles. Yeah, they're going to do well. Now, Volk squads are coming along the flank. But so, too, is more infantry for the Soviets and a Zis barrage, most likely, coming on up. I would assume, a Zis barrage. Or just, you know, shoot the half-track back here. That's fine. Volk squad's still trying to fight, but it's a losing battle. And they'll be easily pushed back. And again, by doing that, Theo wasted his infantry. I mean, maybe the whole goal was to keep him contained until the Fallschirmjägers could take the point. But on the left, the conscripts are taking over the fuel and such. And on the right is still decapped. Or, sorry, it was captured by the Soviets. Now it's being decapped. But now this point's being captured. So, again, Happycat, at the very least, won this series of battles. And managed to hold the VPs under his control. And hopefully keep the bleed against Theo rather than against him. I will say, however, Theo's been doing overtime with those mines. By God. Great shots, though, with the guards against the half-track. Although minesweepers have detected those mines. Hopefully they don't walk into it. Great job with the DPs and the PTRS rifles directing shots on target. Volk Squad might lose another model. Oh, good grenade throw, but alas, a little short. Maybe a second sooner would have probably gotten that kill. That would have been probably very, very good for him. Up hits the other mine and forces himself back. Again, they're just in cover, just trying to hold their different positions. This gun is making its way over. And again, has to worry about the Fallschirmjäger squad now upped with those additional weapons. Again, the FG-42s are going to shred, and they are indeed shredding those conscripts. AT gun luckily pulled out way ahead of time. Happycat did deploy a tier 4 building, so he can deploy a T-34 if he wants to. I don't think he will. Reason is okay, you got yourself a, most likely, a engagement coming up with a Panzer IV, and you're going to bring up a T-34, which is weaker. Or what you can do is you can get yourself a KV-1. Most people are going to go with the KV-1. Like, simply put, most people are going to go with that KV-1 to really bring the pressure against the enemy. Fallschirmjäger's lighting up the engineers. Half-track moving on back. Again, trying to decap the point. Luckily, Volk squads weren't able to do so. Good job for Happycat. Doesn't have to waste time recapturing the territory. But VPs are still against him. He's nearly 150 points down. So Happycat needs to make some money moves here in order to, again, get some kills in order to make some headway. Panzer IV, though, is making his way left. Half-track's in mid. They have an AT gun, but still, is it going to be enough? Guard troops, though, is something to worry about for the Panzer IV, because if it gets buttoned, that could be a serious hamper on its mobility, and then possibly AT grenades and additional fire could be an issue. But luckily, Fallschirmjäger's going in for that first strike against the AT gun. Not much protecting it. All the other infantry is focused in mid against the half-track, which looks like it hit a Soviet mine or something. AT gun's under fire. Again, they're putting pressure. This could be a bad position. He pops out a T-34 as an emergency. But I don't think that's a good idea. The Panzer IV missing. Is Vodka in this guy too? Again, they have infantry just opening fire against the Fallschirmjäger. But I think it's a bad engagement overall. And there goes this gun. Yep, stops the T-34, realizing that was a bad idea. And instead gets himself another AT gun. Okay. I will say again, the Germans still have their own AT gun. But it's so far been kind of just blazing around. Because it's like, I don't really have anything to shoot. What do I do? Alright, I'll just stick around, you guys. That's fine. Now, I will say Happycat does have enough to get a KV-1, and from what I hear in the competitive aspect, KV-1 is very, very good, just because it's not necessarily because of its main gun, it's the ability to take shots. The tank aspect of the tank is the reason why it's so good. So. Anyway, conscripts moving on in, trying to fight off the Volk squads. Panzer IV coming on in, fires some shots long range. Volk squad's probably going to lose that fight. Luckily, he gets out without suffering any more losses. AT guns, though, on the field. But once again, Fallschirmjägers are very close by. Guard troops, luckily, though, are holding firm. And, yeah, they hit the ground to do their best against the Fallschirmjägers. And again, Fallschirmjägers vet, too, with 12 kills. They're doing a lot of work. Conscripts coming in to reinforce. Panzer IV just chilling at afar. Luckily, fire was thrown on both sides, but the Volk squad's held firm. Again, VP-wise is still 2-1 now for Happycat and Theo. Happycat needs to make some moves. Resource-wise is also not great. Does get the KV-1, though. And again, overall, that's going to be an issue for Theo because he needs the pennant. Now, luckily, Theo, in literally like 3 minutes, could get himself a Panther. Then the KV-1 would have a real rough time. But still, lots of good opportunities for some good counters, I guess. AT guns in position to where, again, if Panzer IV had anything moved in mid, it would be fine. But no, Panzer IV is going far right in order to cut him off. Again, a lot of infantry, but Theo's doing a really good job of, even though being outmanned by all of Happycat's infantry, doing a really good job of containing it still. So, again, excellent work there. Again, just kind of grouping up a bit. The conscripts opening fire. Luckily, shredding the Volk squads. And they're doing valiant assault to increase their attack. And with the Panzer IV, it's working. They're pushing forward. But unfortunately, more men are coming forth. And now we have some armor. Wait, hold on. Oh, very low once again. Very low once again. Fallschmager's like, we got this, guys. KV1's like, I'm sorry, you said what, mate? Recadwerfer's like, oh shit, we have a target. Hold on, we might have a kill here. If he can. Oh, he's going forward instead of back. He thought he was going to go back. Theo's like, I'm going forward. But unfortunately, the KV1's going into the smoke, which is not helping the Recadwerfer at all. Panzer IV, though, are probably going to make a beeline to the KV1. Unfortunately, there is nothing protecting it. Happycat, what are you doing? Can we get some additional forces? AT gun's been decrewed. Oh, shit. Wait, no light infantry. Come on, conscripts, run! Conscripts need to run and get that AT gun recruit. This thing can take shots. He just needs to hold. Fallschmager's coming down. AT gun's shooting. They're bouncing. They're all bouncing. AT grenades need to fire. Come on, chuck it. AT grenades are being chucked. KV1 is down. Half-track, remember, was killed. If additional AT grenades can be fired at the Panzer IVs, and again, they can just murder this Fallschmager squad, because why wouldn't they be able to? It's a recruit and drop. It's a Battle of Quiritz scenario for that Fallschmager squad, and yeah, it's going to perish. Well, no, actually, a single man lives. The other Panzer IV, though, will escape, but still, you might say, well, Greyshot's Panzer IV and a KV1. Obviously, Theo lost more men, but you have to consider the half-track. If you add in the half-track, which, again, is roughly 50 fuel and 270 manpower, and again, with the Panzer IV being roughly 380, that's, what, 650 manpower and 190 fuel. Alright? That's a decent amount lost. So overall, Happycat technically won that battle with at least armor-wise losses. Manpower could go either way. But I'm assuming I'm just keeping that roughly even. Well, maybe not if he loses to that thing again. But the big thing is can Theo use that loss to his advantage by holding the VPs? And right now, somehow Theo is not causing mass damage to Happycat. Happycat actually might be in a situation to murder this Panzer IV if he's lucky. Hold on. 7-man squad. Again, perfect thing. He can not even lose half the men and keep working. Oh my god. AT gun, come on, do some work. Fire! What is this thing? It's not firing. What is it? Fire! There we go. Guards troops are firing too. Conscripts holding back the infantry. Come on, kill it. There we go. Now we lose another Panzer IV. Oh boy. So now it's just an infantry game. That's all this is. It is now an infantry game. God damn, Theo thinking he won, just going on in with the Panzer IV to kill infantry. Nope. Not even close. But again, Theo's lost more fuel and more armor. So yes, that was definitely a loss for Theo overall. Infantry-wise, at the very least, he didn't lose any of his men. So that's at least one positive. But the problem is, again, the whole point I keep saying Theo may not have lost this overall is VPs. Is if he can cause the VPs to take down to favor him, that would be a win. Because then he sacrifices everything, wins the game, GG. But most likely, that may not be the case. Now, it depends on these Fallschmagers. If the Fallschmagers and the Volk squads can do work against the Volk squad, I mean, like, one of the conscript squads did die. Like, that's also something to consider. And right now, infantry-wise, I think that Theo, especially with veterancy, has the lead. But it's really going to come down to how they hold the VPs and how are the losses going to go in the future. How are these engagements? Because, again, if you do this, where a Volk squad just walks in, grenade, and he gets shredded and dies, then yeah, the Volk squad's going to lose. Oh my god. Is he going to lose the Volk squad? Oh, no, he's still focusing on the Fallschmager. God, like, he needs to get some kills off these vetted troops. I know it's difficult to pull off, and I'm not someone... look, I can't... And I'll be honest, that's something that is really tough to do, even for a tournament player, but still, he needs to get some kills off this infantry. Or at the very least, keep having Theo lose so much manpower that he can't get a Panzer IV or additional armor. Like, again, he could get himself a Panzer IV if he just waited, but he doesn't have the resources to. He keeps having to reinforce. That could be a way to win. You win not based on the ability to win fights, but the ability to burn reserves. And yeah, Molotov and artillery gonna burn a lot of manpower with this Fallschirmjäger squad. Oh, please run through the fire. Oh, good shot. Okay, maybe another model. Come on. Oh, so close. T-34. Soviets being like, all right, we don't need the best armor. We just need any armor we can get. And yeah, T-34's coming on in. They have one Raketwerfer. All right. Remember, Fallschirmjägers don't have Faust. Conscripts have AT grenades. Guards have their PTOS rifles. So they're good across the board with at least AT capabilities here. Germans, not so much. Germans have 3 Fausts, yes, for sure, but everything else, not so much. So they have a little bit less than the Soviets. They're pushing on in. T-34 is going right. Can he pick off the Volk squad on retreat? Because, again, I feel like he... Oh, there's a mine there. Oh, great shot. More manpower loss. Grenade. Gets a lot of health. Trying to kill the stuff in mid. T-34 is coming on in, forcing them back. More manpower loss. Theo... Well, it's going to take time for Theo to reinforce. T-34 is just going to chase. AT gun is yet to be recruited. Now he's like, oh, shit. I have to spend manpower to get that thing up. Fallschirmjäger coming on in. Again, T-34, perfect opportunity to start crushing. Because literally the AT gun is, well, 1. Now, to be fair, there's mines he has to watch out for. But still. Oh, he's going after the Volk squad. Can he get the kill? This is a... Alright, T-34, come on, commit. Commit and kill a unit. You need to start killing these units. Theo has enough to get a Panzer IV now. This isn't good. Raketwerfer gets a shot. And again, Panzer IV would be good because it beats it, especially the OKW version can easily beat a T-34. Alright, T-34 coming along the side. It's just destroying that cover. Raketwerfer, though, repositioning very well. Luckily, long-range conscripts still holding their own. They're not winning, but they're holding. Meanwhile, finally, we got some additional points being taken. Again, manpower. Oh, Panther's being made. But again, that's so much manpower and fuel that it's literally Theo cannot reinforce. He just doesn't have the manpower to reinforce quickly. So all this high, very expensive infantry and all the men that need a lot of reinforcements is going to take time. He's sending men that literally does not have a full squad because he just needs men on the front. Again, if Happycat continue to burn Theo's manpower at this rate, he has a good shot, especially if he can kill the Panther. Especially. MG being brought up, okay, nice little win. Keep the infantry back. Unfortunately, Stern Pioneers are over there. T-34 go over and maybe cause some havoc. Raketwerfer is still in mid, but that doesn't mean the Volk squad's protected. Which I think he realized that. Had a little health, not too much. It could have been better. Again, trying to decap the points where he can. Try to get more resources. Happycat getting enough resources where he could, again, try... Oh, is he going to kill the Raketwerfer? He does! Good kill right there. Panther, though, is coming on in. That's a problem. Guard troops are there, though, so... And AT gun. Lined up and ready to go. He was expecting it. Panther's like, I've made a mistake. I have made a grave mistake. Turn. Turn. Again, guard troops smashing the Volk squads, doing pretty well. Problem is is he walking back into the fire? Oh, Panther's overextended. Are we really? What is going on? What is going? All right, now he has to send all of his men, and most of them are retreating. He has a couple squads off in the distance, but not enough. If the T-34 engages, he could kill it. He could absolutely kill this Panther. It's still being pushed upon. And again, Panther's making it, again, hang to the back of the map. If they push here, they could get it. But again, it's also risk of additional men coming in. The T-34 needs to engage. Like, he's keeping it back. I think that's a bad move. Because the Raketwerfer, we saw, got decrewed. So it's like, it's going to be a while before it can come back in a major way. Oh well, Panther very smartly hides the cover. And again, they could always drop smoke, worst case scenario too. But still, the damage was done. Theo's Panther, this thing to easily beat Happycat, easily got pushed back. Happycat, though, is able to, like, again, to get more men, get everything he needs to, hopefully set up some mines in some key areas, to stop a dive by Theo, and again, he's absolutely putting in some really good positions to make sure that if they push either way, they dive, most likely they'll be stopped. So good job there. Especially against a Fallschirmjäger that might try to surprise attack. Fortunately, there are some German mines he has to watch out for, but he's clearing them up. 2 T-34s are better than 1. And yeah, that Panther, even though I think it's better than a T-34, 2 T-34s could overwhelm it. Absolutely. Especially the infantry. Now, the Raketenwerfer, again, is still there. So you still have to worry about it. But 2 T-34s also mean they can split, which means better coverage across the map. So they can try to grab additional stuff. And Theo has 1 Minesweeper, Soviets have 2. So that also helps with clearing up mines at a better efficiency. By the way, Alvadi, thank you for the raid. Well, this game is live. Hold on. Panther penetrated by the T-34 and the Zis and a T-grenaded. Panther coming in just to get dunked on. I'm sorry if I'm dunking on you, Theo. You've been doing great this far. And by the way, you still have the best infantry on the map. So, like, seriously, look at all this. This is great. But it's unfortunately, it's just not doing. Oh, what? Really? Did that like deflect? Did the Faust really deflect? Artillery barrage coming on. T-34 coming in. 2 different T-34s, 2 different angles. Conscripts coming on in. Artillery still causing a little bit of health damage. A lot of manpower loss right now. Hold on. Oh, Raketenwerfer not decrewed, but a lot of the infantry definitely took some hits. Not a ton of manpower losses overall, but the Soviets doing still better. They need the VPs, though. They absolutely do to stop hemorrhaging. But Happycat's showing he's still in this game. You can't knock out a Happycat, apparently. But you can stop it. What the he's on the point, and it's not capturing it. Okay, that was weird. Like, you guys saw that, right? His foot was on the point, but I guess it wasn't capturing it. Conscripts going over to grab the other VP. They're also grabbing the fuel for, well, the problem is this one's decap, but still. Alright, Panther's being healed up. Infantry slowly being oh, wait, he's not. He's not reinforcing his infantry. What is going on? I don't understand. What the... He's getting himself a Panzer IV. Okay, that's great. You're getting yourself a Panzer IV, but that's also being like, well, my infantry's out of the game for at least a minute or two. And in the meantime, Happycat can just keep pushing forward and picking off infantry that is. Like a lone Panther, he could absolutely dive upon if he really, really wanted to. Now, do I think Happycat could go with a 3 T-34s? Yeah, why not? Go 3 T-34s. I mean, to be fair, I think an S-285 would be overall better with additional AT power to really do some damage against the S-285. But still, the point is, Happycat is still more men right now on the field. Now, the thing is, he can't waste it. That's the thing. Happycat can't waste manpower. Although, Greyshot is going to definitely impact Theo's manpower. Panzer IV has been deployed. Alright. So again, now we have 2 pieces of armor. Now it's starting to become more, oh boy, serious for Happycat. Now it becomes an issue where we have, again, the Panzer IV can easily, in my opinion, outclass the 2 T-34s. So now it comes an issue is if Happycat's forces are too spread out, a consistent dive by Theo could be enough. It looks like that dive might be already underway. AT is overextended. Armor is pushing up. T-34 is backing up to realize this. And we do have guard troops making their way over. Volk Squad very low on health. Wait, we have a pick? Oh, Panther stopping his retreat. Hold on, same thing over here, trying to pick off the conscript squad, Vet 3. But I don't think either side got a pick. A T-grenade thrown? Yep, Panther's injured, Panzer IV's injured. Guards and T-34's coming on in, but we have a lone Raketenwerfer. Guards might focus on him. T-34 backing on up, but luckily MG stopping the Fallschirmjäger from a further flank. Guards forces helping put pressure on the armor because, again, they have the weaponry. They have the means. And, yeah, bringing them down quite a bit. Not too much manpower loss for the OKW, a little bit for the Soviets. They almost lost the men. MG holding the point strong. Conscripts coming in to reinforce. And again, they could reinforce the guards. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Yep. 7-man squads, baby. Oh, they're fantastic. So that's enough infantry where they can put pressure on here. Plus the AT gun's so close by. So even though we have all this Volk squad, T-34 is like, oh, I'll help. Gets a great shot, pushes them back. Conscript still holding. Fallschirmjäger suppressed. Again, this big assault by Theo over what I thought would be an overextended Happycat turned into a bit of a rout for him. His forces got pushed back. His armors had half health, respectively. Again, really good job. He's going to probably grab the fuel, and he can easily move up the AT gun. Now, what does Happycat get next? That's up to him. I would probably imagine as SU-85, but I could easily see a T-34 coming in because he has so much AT. Instead, he's actually getting additional MGs. He's just lining up the entire map with MGs, being like, oh, I'm sorry. You want to come at me? All right, you're being suppressed. Enjoy. No manpower loss for there. Just need some health. Again, a lot of Vet 5 units, though. Got to get up to Theo on this. Got to give up to Theo. MG suppressing. T-34s doing a lot of good work. We have Panther dive. Ram, come on, baby. Kill the Panther. Sturmvik strike coming on in. AT guns doing work and MG suppressing. Wait, no damage engine? Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought that would have gotten him. If they kill the Rakenwerfer, maybe. That's really unfortunate. T-34 needs to move in there and help out his comrades. That might have been a waste for Happycat. AT strafe coming on in. Again, Panther hitting the T-34. This could be where it turns. We need something to kill this Panzer IV to make it a little better. Panther, very low on health. But hold on. Guard troops opening fire. Needs the button, but doesn't have the resources to. A T-grenade or something long range. No. Smoke being dropped. Happycat losing a lot of his armor. This is the turning point, I think. Unless you get some squad wipes against the infantry, I think Theo just turned this game around. It will take time for his armor to heal. But unless they get a wipe on the infantry, I think this might be... Wait, is he going to wipe the conscript squad? KV-1 coming up. Not great. Sturmvik strike coming on in. Still no wipes. And again, getting kills on the aircraft, I believe. With the 50 cal. Not 50 cal, sorry. The MG42 on it. That's unfortunate. That's the moment this game changes. God damn. Again, Happycat just didn't have enough AT presence to stop the armor dives. He still has a good army. Like, again, MG-wise, he's still clearly making sure that he can hold back the higher up infantry. But losing 2 T-34s, that's a huge loss. And he decided to get a KV-1. KV-1's still very good at taking the hits. And mine. Oh my god, please keep walking. He's probably going to move to the cover, but still, the MG's... Oh, no, not a good position. He's aiming at the dead, not with the new guys. Oh, that's unfortunate. MG gets pushed back still. KV-1 on the field. Again, you got the Volk squads on the far left taking territory. Theo, again... He's losing men, but he's still overall gaining more manpower, and he has a ton of fuel, so he can get himself more armor if he needs to, or if he wants to. KV-1 is the thing, though, that could definitely help. Maybe kill a unit. There's no mines here. Get something, anything. Yeah, you need to get some kills on this infantry. By God. Doesn't push. Again, that makes sense. The armor is still a possibility, but luckily, at the very least, Happycat has the thing on his side of the fact that Theo doesn't have mechanized, so he doesn't have that building to repair, and he's stuck with the Sturms, which are good for repairing, but they definitely take time for repairing 2 medium and advanced medium pieces of armor. So, again, still something to take note of. Anyway, Panzer IV pushing forward. Theo's still doing a very good job overall. Wait. Hey, thank you for the raid. Holy mackerel, a lot of people just joined on in. Hopefully I don't disappoint. Anyway, additional mines going down. Again, Panzer IV trying to put pressure, but again, it's a KV. Wait, what? Hits a mine? Oh, that's a big... that's unfortunate. And the Molotov? Was it, or incendiary? Burns away the other mine. Okay, so Theo's like, I see what's going on here. Not happening. Absolutely not. Again, thanks for the raid, guys. I thought you would be casting next, but okay. No worries. I just wanted to get the games beforehand. But let's see what happens. Panzer IV moving on in. Thank you again for the raid. Panzer IV. We got T-34 on standby. All raring to go. But yeah. We'll see. Right now they're getting their last minute heals. He's getting a building. Is he? Hold on. Is he getting that? Or I wonder if he thought about getting something a little heavier. Or maybe getting that mechanized building online. And he's like, nah, let's not waste it. Infantry's moving on up. We got ourselves smoke to stop the MG from suppression. They want to go for the VPs. They there it goes. VPs have been smoked, so that should allow the infantry to move on in against the MG. We also got some big pushes in mid. Again, luckily the MGs are holding off the Fallschirmjägers. Unfortunately, they can't hold everywhere. We got Force on left currently pressuring it. Happycat's just being contained right now. Panther trying to find a way through, but Conscript's still holding strong against superior infantry. MG burning to death. So that's a big loss right there. Fallschirmjäger might die here. This could be a good pick. Finally, one of Theo's units go down. Happycat, 2 of units go down. What is going on? Theo losing men left and right. T-34 just killing the armor? Oh, okay, whatever. Volk squad's now under fire. Hold on. What? What is playback? But VPs are still good. Wait, what the heck? Did he... Wait, did Theo throw in the towel? Did he see his... Did his Fallschirmjäger kill, like, cost it? Wait, what's going on here? Was there a bug splat? No, they're both in the game. Rage quit. Rage quit? Wait, what? Okay, alright, so... Alright, well, that's a rage quit then. I'm actually surprised. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it looked like the Soviets were holding strong, but still, I mean, he'll probably pick off the Volk squad. Doesn't have a lot of manpower. He's getting a new Panzer IV. His armor's still alive, and he still has a decent amount of VPs, which is why I think he could have done something, but okay. I guess Theo backed out. No worries there, I guess. You can't win versing a KV with 3 MGs with OKW. I mean, like, I would beg to differ. They were doing pretty well, all things considered. I was gonna say, I think that was worth... I think they were doing pretty well, all things considered. Alright, let's see the overview of that. Yep, Happycat got 52,000 damage, and even though he still had a negative KD, still did overall pretty dang well. Yeah, I mean, like, to be fair, yes, you could say Theo was losing a lot more, but... Again, it looked like Happycat was about to break. Again, I'll give good credit where credit is due, because he knocked out Happycat's other KV. Again, good amount of damage right there. What did Theo get? Theo got, okay, 73 kills. Never lost the Volk squad. Or I think Happycat lost what? Yeah, he definitely lost a conscript squad, lost an engineer squad. He lost a lot of his AT consistently. He lost to KV-1. He lost multiple T-34s. Like, and then if you compare that with Theo, Theo's big thing was he lost 2 Panzer IVs because he thought Happycat was done. He thought it was over, and that was absolutely not the case. But, yeah, no, that absolutely good game right there. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot117 here, and I am currently casting Happycat and Quiritz. This is going to be game 1 for this series. Again, both these players are in the lower bracket, so a loss here will mean the end of their journey through the Master League, the finals. Again, it's been impressive to watch both these players battling it out. We recently saw Happycat turn what would be an inevitable loss to an astounding victory, and we've seen Quiritz turn insurmountable odds against enemy armor and turn that against the opponent. So again, lots of really cool battles that have taken place with both competitors, and now they're fighting on a map that will make anyone turn their head and say, what is that? Because it is Crossroads X, and the X means well, usually X just means like, kinda, sorta, maybe, but you know, it's like, it's supposed to be like the super awesome thing, kind of like Jason X or something like that, where it's just so unbelievably cool. But is it the case? Well, the reason is we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 VPs. That's right. We got 5 victory points on this map. So that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got a Lorch Assault tied in with Crossroads. I'm sure everyone's super pumped for that. Anyway, That's really going to come down to victory points and how much pressure you can place upon the enemy and really make it stick it to them. Now, of course, if you hold the general road area on your side, you're fine, but we know this. We know most players don't like just stay to the roads. They try to go for the cutoffs. They try to get behind enemy lines. They do whatever they possibly can to, you know, cause havoc for the enemy. So yes, this is an extreme version. This is out there. And let's see if this, you know, propels itself to new heights. Anyway, with the Quiritz going the austere, we've seen a general build of 2 Grenadiers, a Pioneer, and an MG, all pushing toward mid in an effort to either cut off or maybe cause havoc for the Soviets. Happycat, as the Soviets, is deployed not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 conscript squads in the first 2.5 minutes. He's pumping out those men to fill in the lines and hopefully do some damage. But he has not gained as much territory, even though he has more men on the field right now than Happycat. Unfortunately, Happycat will probably take some issues here. Wait, no, Pioneer doesn't go for the cutoff, actually. Quiritz does. Sorry. Quiritz is unfortunately unable to get that, so Happycat will continue to keep those resources under his control. Hold on, maybe not. Can he go and get that? That would be a nice little win, a lot of territory. There we go. It's now cut off and less resources coming into Happycat, which is currently also having to face an MG42 to his men, but luckily in good cover from a truck, he's able to take a lot of those hits just fine. Most of his men are actually just on the far left, just kind of doing their thing. Little concerning, I would say, just because of the fact he would assume that he would try to go and send more men to help in mid, but no, that is simply not the case. He's actually also holding a majority of the victory points, so even though he's not getting resources, he's currently putting a lot of pressure on Quiritz, so that strategy may pay off for him. Grenadiers very low, gonna probably need to pull back after this engagement, but luckily better Grenadiers are on standby. Might also get a good rifle grenade if he can upgrade the battle phase 1, which he's yet to do, so no rifle grenade in the near future. What we could see as well is another model pick from these Grenadiers, and more importantly, the conscripts taking the building and providing some needed pressure in the area, especially against this MG, which is now overextended. So good job, good timing with the reinforcements. Conscripts holding the line. But we'll need to pull on back, but luckily additional men are coming up from the base. And yeah, from 2 different directions, this MG could be hit. Luckily, the Grenadier squad is there to support, so at the very least, this conscript squad can't just walk in and open fire on the MG without taking some returning fire, respectively. Again, going for the cutoff here will make sure Happycat doesn't get that munition point that he has. He did upgrade an engineer squad with a flamethrower. Very, very good, but again, need to close gap a little bit more, and that might be a little difficult with the MG right there. But same thing can be said right now for this position. Now, unfortunately, well, yeah, there's a lot of territory now cut off in different areas by Happycat. Outdoing Quiritz's 1 cutoff by going in for 3 different points now cut off. Again, that's the great thing about Crossroads. There's all sorts of areas you can go and make sure the enemy doesn't get those resources that can be used to get better armor, better infantry equipment, well, better infantry in general, all sorts of ways. Now, all these units are currently being hit by multiple different directions. Again, MG's in the most serious risk of being neutralized and given over to Soviets. Again, everyone likes a MG42 in Soviet hands, so let's see if the conscripts can get that. Most likely not, based on the infantry given, but at least they force them back. But again, with the amount of conscripts pushing on in, no Molotovs on them, by the way, just standard conscripts with given weapons. No additional AT grenades or anything. Happycat also has upgraded to armored assault tactics, so at the very least he has that commander unlocked and allowing him to identify what Quiritz is bringing out. So radio's really good in that way, so that way you can determine what the enemy could be going under in terms of like upgrading and or unlocking, which gives you an idea and hopefully a little bit of breathing room to where you can identify, okay, if the enemy's getting light mechanized or Panzer IV, okay, so what can I get instead? I can make sure I have my AT gun on the field. I can make sure I have this stuff on standby. I can make sure my infantry are prepared for the incoming unit that is now built, etc. Conscripts and engineers are on the left. Grenadiers trying to take the fuel, and they will. But conscripts now coming on in and deciding to help with this engagement so the engineers could assist in grabbing a point rather than them losing the fight, falling back, and then having to take a lot more resources over a longer period of time. So good. So someone said Ostrupen. I would say so, but unfortunately Ostrupen are not picked. We have Assault Support, which the Artillery Field Officer is very good. Storm Doctrine, which is great on this map because of all the cover and bushes for ambushing. So that could be very good for a lot of the Grenadiers as well for just laying down. Plus you get Smoke and the Stuka Bomb. And of course you have Spearhead Doctrine, which the mortar's good, but again, it's really the Frag Bomb to really help and take out those AT guns or the MGs if they're grouped up. I wouldn't say Tiger. Most people kind of look away from the Tiger, but the Recon's always great, and Smoke to get away. So out of the three, I would probably say if he wants the Artillery Field Officer, I would say that, but if he doesn't care for it, Spearhead. That's my way. And right now, I get a close range unit or something like an Artillery Field Officer that could do quite a bit of harassment toward the Soviet forces. Could be pretty good. Conscripts in the building, fighting 2 units in better cover, so that's going to be quite annoying. But what's this? We have a 2-2-2. And right now, the conscripts don't have an AT grenade. So again, this 2-2-2 is going to do exceptionally well against the conscript squad and force them back quite easily. And again, he has to retreat early because the 2-2-2 could just chase him down, or the Grenadier squads could put some additional pressure and possibly try to go for that wipe. He doesn't want to risk it, and good job on Happycat for realizing that. Now again, also good job for having a 120-point VP lead, so even if he loses this fight, it's okay. Rifle Grenade as well pushes back the conscript squad, forcing them back to base. Excellent work there. And overall, Quiritz is doing an excellent job of holding the VPs, 4 VPs to 1, keeping the pressure on all points of the map, and making Happycat really put under stress. But we've seen Happycat be in this situation before, and we've seen him excel at it and actually cause the enemy to, well, essentially, think of the enemy as someone who just got put into a suplex. It was pretty bad. It was really, really bad. So let's see if Quiritz can fall into the same trap that Happycat may put up for him. Now artillery's coming in, getting a great shot on the Grenadier squad, forcing it back. Another Grenadier squad also pulling back. 1 Grenadier squad remaining with the MG42. Holding firm, holding strong, doing everything he possibly can. But alas, infantry's still holding pretty strong, but he's like, nah, I'm gonna pull back. I've done my work. 2-2-2 is pushing back the conscript squad on the left. And again, good. Try to keep containing Happycat. The longer it takes for him to get those resources back, the better off you're going to be. Also, good job blocking cover. So again, trying to cover all points on the map at once. So good map awareness overall. We got some mines being placed, but Happycat doesn't have a ton of munitions to spend. So again, let's be very cautious. We do have a Pack 40 just in case Happycat was able to get a T-70 or something along those lines. Again, unfortunately, he does have tier 3, but I don't think he'll go for that. Again, right now, Quiritz just has so much fuel that I think the viability of a T-70 is shortened in this instance just because of the fact that you could easily get something to counter it a lot sooner. Plus, the Pack 40 is on the field. I don't know if he saw it. Oh, yeah, he saw it. So he knows, like, okay, the enemy has a pack. They probably have had time to place tellers, maybe. I don't see any tellers, but there's always that possibility. So maybe a T-70 is not the best option right now. Ziska, though, is lined up for a perfect shot on the scout car. Alas, the hay may block sight. But looks like, yeah, 2-2-2 will be just fine. Good capture by Happycat, grabbing a couple more VPs and keeping the pressure now on Quiritz. But Quiritz does have a lot of forces pushing into mid. A lot of Grenadiers upgraded with MG42s, making them very deadly toward conscripts with no upgrades. And this is the issue. Okay, so now we're getting a T-70. T-70 is going to come out, and most likely Quiritz is going to have Battle Phase 2 unlocked. And he's going to have the Battle Phase... with that, he'll have the Tier 3 building most likely in production very, very soon. So again, that gives like, what, 3 minutes maybe for that T-70 to be viable? If Quiritz can fumble the ball a little bit and that T-70... Oh, nice mine hit. If the T-70 can do some work, that would be good, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Happycat is sending over most of his men on left to stop this Grenadier squad. He has 1 up north, and he does have a mine there, but again, no AT grenades, so don't expect him to be able to snare and neutralize the 2-2-2. And again, bullets do work against that armored car. It's just, unfortunately, you need a lot of men opening fire on it to really do that. AT guns lined up a shot, but alas, he gets out of there in the nick of time. And unfortunately over here, Grenadier Squad, while being picked off a little bit by the T-70, it still did its job. It neutralized that point and stopped the resources coming in. Happycat has 10 fuel. Again, the opponent, 22. 47 munitions, 16. It adds up over time. Meanwhile, infantry is pushing forward. Grenadier Squad's coming on in. And MG repositioning itself as well to open fire. Now, luckily, T-70's coming on in to try to help, but the PaK-40's right there. Lucky miss does help that T-70 not have to spend too much time in the repair shop. But, wait, what? Okay. This may not be the best move. Unless he was targeting the 222 and it accidentally charged, I think Happycat may have fumbled a little bit by literally hand delivering a ZIS-3 to the German lines. Because that is pretty far to not only have to retrieve that ZIS-3, but then pull it back with infantry that just have a harder time standing up to grenadiers. Rifle grenade firing, gets an amazing shot on target against the conscripts, forcing them back, gets a squad wipe. Yeah, not sure what's going on. 222 is almost back up. Luckily, again, I'll give credit where credit's due. Happycat has gotten a lot of territory. But like I said, I don't think it'll matter if they literally give Quiritz a free AT gun. I don't think it really matters. I think Quiritz is like, wait, are you telling me I have to lose control of the map for a few minutes and I get a Soviet AT gun for free? Hot dog, I'll take that deal. Grenadier Squad's in better cover. Great rifle grenade as well. Again, PaK gun neutralizing cover for those who are wondering. T-70, still only 2 kills, but at least it's done a good amount of pressure. Cross. Actually, I mean, the good news is because Quiritz lost so much control of the map, that is delaying his T-34, allowing a little more time for the T-70 to be a pain. Rifle grenade, not as effective as the previous ones. PaK gun is sort of lining up. ZIS-3 returning fire. Oh, Happycat cannot be happy about that. He cannot be happy about that. Again, especially because, again, you have the artillery ability, which is something very, very good. Anyway, infantry pushing left. Again, you have the AT guns making sure that T-70... Wait, are they in range? They are in range. You just need some infantry for some sight, and luckily Pioneers might allow that. And Grenadiers are still there, so that conscript squad might get a few shots, but it's not going to do much against those AT guns overall. Middle's another story, because conscripts are just being a nuisance by hiding behind the cover. They have to use armor-piercing rounds to remove the cover and blast them out of the position. Took enough shots, but they finally managed to do it. Alright, Happycat's in a interesting position right now. He's backed up. He he doesn't have the base, right? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the tier 4 base. Cover's been neutralized by the PaK-40. Good shot. Pioneer Squad might get picked. No, it's fine. He'll make it back. That 3 engineers, though. Good veterancy. Alright. MG trying to hold back the Grenadiers, but realizing the hopeless situation of fighting not 1, not 2, but 3 Grenadiers. By the way, 17 kills, 14 kills, and 15 kills, respectively. Again, they're doing a lot of good work right there. This one has 24 kills. Hot dang.
The enemy is taking our territory.
222 opening fire, and here comes the Panzer IV. And now Happycat has no effective means of AT to fight that Panzer IV by handing the enemy his own AT gun. And I will say that because literally it charged the base. I don't know if he was trying to get a shot on target over here with the 222 or something, but it yeah, that was a bit of a misclick. Okay, so what does Happycat have? Does he have AT grenades? Yes, okay, so he does have AT grenades, so he does have that. In case anyone's wondering why he went armored assault, I'm assuming because A, that 85 would be a good match, if not a better match against the Panzer IV, which I get that, plus also you get yourself radio and a good Sturmgewehr strike, so you get some good options there. Now, in case anyone's wondering, it's a little bugged right now with the whole choice, so the commanders aren't exactly showing what they should be, just because of the patch for the tournament uses. But everything looks fine for the players. Alright, MG... Yep. That MG42 is no joke. Grenadier squad's using it to great effectiveness, now with 18 kills. 24, 14, 15. Yeah, they are doing a fantastic job. And again, the conscript squads have 10. That's their max. Panzer IV opening fire against the MG. Zis-3 being deployed. Again, he has to be very careful how he fights. T-70 coming over, but there's too many Grenadiers. Immediately gets Fausted. Again, they're being pushed back. Luckily, the flamethrower is making quick work of the Grenadier squad, but unfortunately, Quiritz realizing that and like, okay, I'm out. And yeah, most of the infantry is now falling back with repairs coming a little bit later for that T-70. Which, by the way, if that Zis gun's here, right? Where's all the conscripts? One's on the left, one's on the far right. They're trying to hold the VPs, so they're not burning too many. Which I'll give credit to Happycat. He's not hemorrhaging like he could be in this situation. Still not great. Also, is that Panzer IV shooting the Pioneer? I swear it looks like he's shooting the Pioneer. Now, he didn't get any friendly fire, but I'm watching you, Panzer IV. I'm watching you. Alright, never mind. He's making sure he knocks out that squad. Wait, are they both combined in there? Okay. Sure. Grenadier squad now making a retreat. Luckily, he'll make it back to base. Happycat's down to 2 conscripts right now. Not good at all. And again, he needs something. Right now, he's down on population. Fuel-wise, I mean, sure, he could build the tier 4 base, but can he deploy anything? I mean, nothing that would immediately turn the tide. He's nowhere close to having an 85. Alright, he has law forces pushing left, however, and that will push back to the MG42 by flanking it. Good use there. T-70 getting some repairs. This gun is staying close to all the infantry. Panzer IV is lining up for a flank, I assume. Although he might be wary of it. And yep, prepping the Zis-3 to counter. Will the Hay block it? Nope, Hay does not block the shot. Good. Grenadiers going for the cutoff. Again, very easily can cutting off munitions and fuel, which is very, very good. Mortars also brought out. Okay. Was not expecting that. T-70 backing on up to deal with the Grenadier squad. We have a Panzerwerfer now coming into play. Makes sense. Again, he wants to make a quick end of Happycat's forces, and a Panzerwerfer would neutralize the AT gun. And with the AT gun neutralized, the Panzer IV and 222 could run wild against Happycat's forces. Great rifle grenade. Can he pick off the engineer squad? He does. Happycat not looking good in this situation. He is absolutely down almost 2-1 in overall population. And right now his conscripts are pretty spread out. So he doesn't really have anything to snare and stop the Panzer IV from even diving the AT gun. Grenadier squad trying to make quick work of the AT gun. And the Panzer IV and Grenadier squad focusing on the MG, forcing them back to base. Again, not looking great. Need to do something. Conscript squad just being chased. Again, there's nothing stopping a good chase. There's no mines, no AT, no infantry. Getting model after model picked off, which is more manpower. Great rifle grenade. Doesn't kill it, but does enough to where that unit's going to be in the base for a little while longer. Luckily, the base MG is coming in to save Happycat. That is not a good sign. Luckily, while they're busy on the other side, T-70's like, I'm just going to walk over and start smashing your Pioneer squad. Heck, if he wants to, he could capture it. Unfortunately, I think the Panzer IV might make quick work. But still, Panzerwerfer doesn't do all that much. He gets one model off the mortar, but overall doesn't get the kills that he probably wanted to. Still, not looking great. Happycat has a decent amount of resources, but still needs something to save his bacon. Again, the base is operational. He needs more fuel, a lot more fuel to get an 85. That might be his best ticket. But in that time, Quiritz could easily deploy another Panzer IV. Or he could, save up for a Panther. He has a lot more options based on the resources he's been given. And actually, he went assault support. So, heck, if Quiritz really wanted to, he could be like, well, I'll just get supply trucks. That's not a viable option in this type of game, but I mean, you could do it. All right, plane crash almost dives into the building, or in. A little bit of a slowdown right there. This is trying to open fire, but the Grenadiers are still picking them off. Conscript's trying to keep some pressure to keep the Panzer IV back, but no dice. And there we go. That's game. That's game one, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to Quiritz. And I have to be honest with you, Happycat literally gave the victory to Quiritz. In my opinion, I think giving him the AT gun up here sealed his fate. At least to me. Happycat was doing, even when he was down, Happycat was doing an amazing job with map control and trying to fight a game, even though Quiritz had more men and better infantry, especially with these Grenadier squads. Look at that, 25 kills, 27 kills. Like, they were doing an impressive amount of damage on Happycat's forces. The problem was giving him the AT gun and then having no AT and then having to forcibly get said AT gun. Not great. Could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot better. But hey, that's my thoughts. Let's double check the after action report and see how each side did. But again, good victory for Quiritz, at least in this round. After action report shows what of the following. Let's see. We got ourselves 130 kills. God dang. Versing 54 losses. Not too shabby whatsoever. 16,000 damage. Versing about 11,000 overall. Top unit has to be the Grenadier. Has to be. 91 kills off Grenadiers alone. Great use of them. Not a single one lost, and I don't think he lost a single man overall. He never lost a man. He never lost a man. Good job. Again, good solid defensive work there. Let's see. On the flip side, yeah, definitely some losses for the Soviets. And only 27 kills with the conscript squad. 27. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot. This is game 2 of this series, and I am with my co-caster, Romeo. Romeo, you want to explain maybe a synopsis of what happened last game and, well, who's currently fighting in this game?
Yeah, so last game we had Quiritz's Oster against Happycat's Soviets, and Quiritz just dominated. It was a 20-minute game, very quick, outplayed Happycat at every turn, and just had a very textbook and solid Oster victory. The two players that we have now, like I said, Quiritz and Happycat. Quiritz started the tournament against Ozilagath, beating him, but then was knocked into the lower bracket by Von Asten. Since getting knocked into the lower bracket, he played against Findeed, 2-0'd him, and so now he's up against Happycat here. And Happycat started the tournament against Bulat, beat him 2-0, and then he was knocked into the lower bracket by, let me see. Why can't I find him?
Oh, no worries. While you're doing that, actually our first engagement was an MG42 doing a burst fire against the infantry section before they were able to get out. MG setting on up to make sure they can't get any closer to them, but they're right now worried on the No, they're actually going for the fuel. Okay, let's go for the fuel. And building some cover there as we speak. Pioneers are just covering the MG, I'm assuming, making sure if anything gets close, they can provide that fire support. Meanwhile, as the austere Happycat has gotten 2 Grenadiers and has gotten elite troops. So I'm assuming when people do this, they don't want the G43s for their Grenadiers. They want the MG42s. So maybe a Panzer Grenadier squad or Stormtroopers maybe? Well, we'll have to see.
So as I was saying, Happycat was knocked down into the lower bracket by Nagano, and then he was up against Theodosios, who he did defeat. So now both of them, they have both had to fight pretty hard to get to where they are now, and being knocked into the lower bracket by Nagano or by Von Asten for either one of them is certainly nothing to be ashamed of. Both of those players are extremely good players. So we should see some pretty high-level play from these two guys.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, by the way, we're seeing British forces take territory right outside Happycat's base. So Quiritz playing very aggressively with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 infantry section currently on the map. Meanwhile, we are about to see our 3rd Grenadier squad about to deploy, and 2 Grenadier squads flank the infantry section that are once again trying to just make themselves known outside of the austere base.
And that's gonna, I think that's might come back to haunt Happycat that he let those sandbags get built. It takes a long time to build those sandbags, especially so close to your opponent's base, but Quiritz got both of them up, and he might be able to make good use of those.
No, absolutely. Grenadiers, though, pushing on in. They managed to make one squad fall back, but the other one's going back to the high cover of the wall. Grenadiers being supported as well by the MG42. So I don't know how long that squad can hold its position.
An engineer unit is ready for action.
And right now, let's see. No, yeah, actually, no battle phase 1 yet, so we're not going to see any rifle grenades force them back. So they'll just have to do it mano-a-mano with rifles. And actually, if you look on the left side near the 2 VP stars on the left that are decapped, the infantry section are kind of just hiding out in the bushes and managed to push back a squad. They could have probably pushed back the second one, but they had actually moved back the Grenadier trying to go for mid to actually go deal with the other squad. So, don't know if that was on purpose, but good job on Quiritz for drawing away Happycat's men.
Engineer battle.
Yeah. Again, both the Royal Engineer and Pioneer are pretty efficient at close range. But again, luckily the infantry section were there to make sure it was a British victory. And hopefully they can grab those VPs and the fuel in the meantime.
Interesting that these players are only going for 3 of the VPs and totally ignoring the other 2.
What? Those VPs don't exist. Only the 3 on the far right-hand side of the map. Those exist.
Your forces have constructed a platoon command
But
post.
in any way, at the very least, VP-wise, it's still pretty close. I'll start making more determinations once it gets like 50 or 100 VPs difference. But so far, not too bad.
I haven't seen many games on this modded map, but my understanding is that they have a tendency to go pretty quick, usually over within 25 minutes.
No, yeah, it does. Not wrong whatsoever. So far, I've had a game that lasted close to 50 minutes. So, again, it's one of those things where it's like a 5 VP map can easily make things like very quick if someone's so dominant. But luckily, in a lot of these tournament games, since both players are so good at their craft, they're able to keep things super competitive for a very long period of time. But anyway, go ahead.
We got quite the fortress over here on the right side. Fuel, there's sandbags and barbed wire everywhere.
Grenade on the retreat path, but alas, unable to get that right where he wanted to. And he only has grenades unlocked for his British infantry, so no 5-man squads or anything yet. He doesn't really have the resources to start upgrading Brens, though that is advisable, because as soon as the enemy, and there it goes, starts upgrading with G43s or MG42s, that's going to put a real damper on the British morale.
His forces feel a little thin right now. He's got 4 squads and engineers. That's about the same as what Happycat has, but the fact that he has an MG42 is going to help him a lot in applying some early pressure.
You know what's really going to help? All 3 infantry section is currently flanking that MG42. 4 infantry section doing so.
Yeah, that'll force a retreat, no problem.
Yep. Hopefully gets a couple models knocked off, force them back. And yeah, they're down at least to half health, which I'll say is a nice little win. Alright. Oh my god, you have the stormtroopers holding out, but there's so many men here. Can he get the pick? Well, it probably would be better if he follows in, maybe moving the cover. Oh, he's in cover. It's going to be close.
I think he's got him.
Oh. And what's unfortunate is they had those upgraded rifles, so that's not only manpower lost, but that's munitions lost for just getting that unit operational and upgraded. Oh boy. But meanwhile, we have an armored car about to deploy onto the field, and we have a 222 getting ready to deploy. Out of that, I'm going to give the advantage to the armored car, though a Faust could easily change things.
Yeah, I think the AEC definitely wins against the 222 9 times out of 10, but we'll see what happens.
We got a bunch of infantry section and Royal Engineers now watching mid. And there is the AEC pushing on in. Grenadiers realizing the hopelessness of the situation to hold, falls back. And, yeah. The squad behind them is like, nope, we're done. We're out too. Which is great for Quiritz because he'll go for the cutoff. AC has nothing stopping it, pushing the MG back as well. Right now, Quiritz has complete map control. Quiritz, Happycat needs that, Pack out immediately to deal with the AC. Sorry, I think I confused the names.
He actually canceled the 2-2-2, I guess, as soon as he saw the AEC. He's not even going to try to harass it.
Makes sense. Again, can definitely be a situation in which the 2-2-2 is already at a disadvantage. Why bring it out unless you know you can do something like to really like snare it or stop it? But overall in the infantry game, Quiritz has more frontline men than Happycat.
I think it's going to give Quiritz a significant advantage if he's the only one with some sort of anti-infantry harassment unit vehicle.
Yeah, great grenade, by the way, by Quiritz. Almost kills one of Happycat's grenadiers, which unfortunately would have been an MG42 upgraded one as well, which would have been a huge loss. Hold on! Happycat maybe coming back. Pack 40 putting pressure. Again, AC has munitions for smoke, but... oh no. He's using it. He has a long trek back. This could be it. This could be a loss. 5-man, it was an infantry section are coming on in. Pack fires. The house takes the shot, and the AC makes it back to base.
Wow, I cannot believe he let that get away. He had such a long window of opportunity to take that out.
He is nowhere close, and the infantry section are stopping him. Happycat, don't sacrifice another AT gun. Don't do it. Happycat, don't do it. Alright, luckily the Grenadier squad's going to keep them at bay and allow the Pack 40 to retreat.
He did not want to let that go.
No. Absolutely not.
Our capture point. That's right.
Alright, at the very least, Happycat does have the ability to get Battle Phase 2. So he can slowly upgrade and maybe get a Panzer IV in the next couple of minutes, as long as he can control this portion of the map. Or he surrenders.
Wow, okay.
Or he decides, nope, I'm good, I'm done. I guess after failing to get the AC, he's like, nope, I'm being outplayed. I know where my limit is, and I'm at it.
I'm surprised he threw the towel in so early. I don't know if I agree that game was over. I guess this map does create quick games.
Yeah. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, no, that's a way to go. After action report, I don't think there's much to show. Yeah, the British got more kills, but Happycat got a little more damage. But that's not really saying much in a game that lasted 10 minutes. So, yeah, unfortunately. Now, again, it might be a situation where he's just done, and because someone brought up a good point. Happycat did have such an intense game with Theo that it could be he's just burnt out. He's just like, okay, I know my limit. I've had a lot today. So that could be it. That's a fair assessment. We've seen a lot of players who, having so many games where they're where they're just being fought against so many very good players, that it can be exhausting. Absolutely. So I can understand Happycat's position. But it's unfortunate, because Happycat will fortunately be out of the tournament, and Quiritz will prevail. And he'll prevail as the British. So, showing the British do have a viable path to victory. Alright, before you guys go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Aphyria, Ace, PyroShark, Tony B95, Epic Pleb, Fall of Man 7943, XSomeToolx, and Netkuba. Thank you all for your incredible support. You guys rock. This has been Greyshot117, and I'll see all of you next time.